Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great Monday to be alive here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I am Kyle Wallace. He is Brad Nortman. Behind the glass is Alex Stro, and you're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Also, you can watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on the YouTubes. That's ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you give us a subscribe. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Boy, I'm so happy to have Brad back today, Stro.
Yeah, it really is nice to have Brad back. I'm looking forward to hearing from him post vocal cord surgery. I'm curious to hear what he sounds like. So it's gonna be a fun show today. Having Brad back in the fold. Ben's off. You failed to mention that.
Yeah.
Great time at his wedding.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have to talk about that. MVP Strofe, according to himself. So delusional Strofe was out. So yeah, Bradley. Yeah.
Self-appointed MVP at one point. I don't know that I stand by that, but I did say that on Saturday
we'll
night,
talk
yes.
about your delusion at some point. We'll talk about delusional Strofe at some point. But Bradley's back, so make sure you all go to YouTube so you can see our boy Brad as he is back in the flesh.
Utilizing his humidifier.
Now that's interesting, right? He has this performance-enhancing tool to be able to.
It looks like who was the Laramie Tunsil? Was it with the face mask?
Oh yes, the gas mask.
The
face mask. Don't act like you don't know what that was. You know exactly
That's what
that
Brad
was.
looks like right now.
Brad is out here getting zooted, I guess.
Zooted.
Getting absolutely zooted. But I'm Strofe, you're Curious George, right?
Yes.
You have so many different questions. Like for me, it's we're gonna have the big reveal, Brad. So tune in. That wonderful voice that Brad had before, and or still has. We'll find out. We don't know. But I know Alex Strofe is Curious George, and he just could not wait for Brad to come back. Not to welcome him back and be happy that he's healthy again, but more just to be nosy and does what he does best. Annoy people with 1,000 questions. Why do you want to pester him with so many questions, Strofe?
Well, because he's been gone for 2.5 weeks. A lot has happened.
Who you tell?
His voice has changed. Or at least we think.
You know his voice has changed. Have you talked to him? I haven't talked to Bradley.
I haven't either.
I didn't talk to him at our table at night because I want to let him rest that voice because Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is very, very important. I want to make sure Bradley gives it his all when he comes back. It's a lot of talking because the last time he did a lot of talking, he got some polyps on his throat.
I'm also curious how he communicated with his wife when he had to be silent for 5 days. Did he cough? Did he ever get worried?
He couldn't cough. You know, I would have snapped because that would have made baby girl mad. And I like being irritable.
You know. That's definitely not a you thing being irritable.
And then as soon as I got my little voice, I could make noise. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey. I would have made noises to get her attention. Because I know it would have annoyed her.
Did he ever worry his voice wouldn't come back at all? That's another question I have.
That is a good question. The worst thing for me, I didn't want to bring it up because, anxiety is real. Mm-hmm. And the anxiety I would have, not from not talking for 5 days, that's one thing. Being told if I talk at all during the next 5 days, it could completely ruin the surgery. I would have been going crazy, losing my mind, and then listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here in Strofe say, I wonder how he feels not being able to talk. I don't know if I would be able to not talk for that long. I was like, let's just leave that alone. Let's not talk about that whatsoever because I don't want Brad to have to think about that. But, of course, you didn't care about that, Strofe, because Curious George, is just putting that stuff in his mind.
In my defense, I wouldn't make it 5 days. We've all dealt with me enough. I can barely make it 5 minutes, let alone 5 days without saying a peep.
They would have had to just give you everlasting drip with the anesthesia.
Drip.
The anesthesia, they give you the anesthesia.
Well, they could give me mouth tape.
No, mouth tape because
you need to put me under for
you can't go. You got to be quiet. You have to be absolutely quiet. And so they would have had to give you that extra drip of anesthesia.
Well, I
put you in a coma for 5 days.
Are we certain that Brad made it all 5 days without making a peep?
Ooh, that is a great question. Brad's just so regimented and follows the rules.
He claimed his first word was Brewers. I don't know if I believe him on that.
That's a lie.
I have a lot of questions for him.
Once he started talking, the Brewers started losing again. So maybe we need him to
go back to surgery.
I mean, hell, if Brad has to be silent for the Brewers to win more baseball games, then I'm willing to sacrifice his voice until October. In November. Oh, is this the big reveal? Brewers!
Ow. How do I sound, guys? Not as raspy. I got that silky smooth voice I once did. I was told by my voice therapist that I speak all wrong. She's like,
what does that mean?
You have to relearn how to talk.
Okay,
that's basically what she said. And I got questions for all your answers, Kyle and Stro.
You have answers for all our questions. But Bradley, can we just point out to the fact that it is odd to hear his voice like this? Can we just
sounds like
good to be odd, Brad? We got to get a live read of him just 2 weeks ago. He sounds so different.
Puberty's been reverted.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got what I did. Because I was a little bit concerned, because you guys are right. There's a lot of questions to be answered, and I'm going to answer them. But on Wednesday night before my surgery, I was a little concerned about not only the 5 days of silence, but what if she coughs as the scalpel's down there and snips my vocal cords? I'm a mute for life. So I went into my voice memos, and I recorded a few things that I could speak to Lexi just in case I wanted to communicate something. So I had a number of different things. This one's called explanation. Are you ready for this one? I can turn this in case, because someone answered the door and I was the only one there with the boys. So I had to literally pause up my phone and play this.
I had voice surgery and I can't speak for a few days.
That's a recording on my voice, on my thing.
How many of those do you have?
I've got a lot.
How do you plan so far ahead?
It's part of it. She also said, in case, because my wife's 38 and a half weeks pregnant, she said, I want you to record, if I go into labor, I want you to be the one to tell me if it's a boy or girl, because we're waiting. So I recorded this.
It's a boy.
And?
It's a girl.
Oh my gosh.
I
can't believe this. I'm just, Brett, are you at a loss of words for?
I love you, Lexi. I love Lexi.
That was one of them.
I love Lexi.
A simple.
No.
And a simple.
Yes.
What else do I got?
So wait. Did you play this for, anytime Lexi asked you a question, did you play those?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
As often as I could. Well, this is another one.
Time to eat, boys.
Oh,
time to eat.
Did the
yeah.
the boys, did they smile when they heard it?
A lot of them include their name, so I'm not going to say those.
Can we just say, again, 800-990-3776. Bradley Nortman is back. He was gone for 2.5 weeks because he had to have surgery on his vocal cords. He developed polyps on his vocal cords because he was trying to keep up with crazy Ben Brust and myself and Alex Stro talking loud and nonstop, and he developed polyps on his voice. And now we are presenting to you the new voice of Bradley Nortman.
Yep, that's right. So this is the new and improved Brad Nortman. This is probably the Brad Nortman we all experienced back in, when the show's genesis. But I've had a raspy voice for probably like 10 months now.
I can't. I'm lost. This is not the voice I've grown to.
You better get used to it, Kyle.
I can't get used to it, Brad. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Stro said, it reversed puberty. The things went back.
Don't tell me that you liked raspy.
Oh,
Brad
I love
come on.
Raspy Brad Nortman sounds like a grown man.
What do I sound like then? Like a 13-year-old boy?
Yeah, Brad. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. Because let me tell you,
I love Brad.
My voice is high. Like, I get it. I got a high voice. I got an annoying voice. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry for KBN Nation. You got to listen to me. But, Brad, going from raspy voice to high-pitched voice Brad, who sounds like a 13-year-old, it's an adjustment. For those who are listening, and again, you can go to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube or ESPN Madison on YouTube. Dugio said, if I wasn't watching on YouTube, I wouldn't think this was Brad's voice. Holy sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah, I mean that's how big of a transformation it was.
This is a new guy.
Lexi did even say that there's part of her that misses Raspy Brad. Raspy Brad brought a level of masculinity to the household.
Wow.
That high-pitched Brad just can't deliver on.
Masculinity. Whoa, that's well. I guess she got pregnant with Raspy Voice Brad, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she did?
Let's see. That was mid-December. That was probably right around then.
Brad, your voice has been raspy for legitimately almost a year.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah,
I think it was right around like right around Thanksgiving and Christmas. I think there were even the boys that were foster. I think there was a little bit of an adjustment for them too.
When they heard, who the hell is this?
I think they were kind of looked at me wide-eyed and shocked, absolutely shocked. But to answer your question, how did I get Lexi's attention?
Yes.
Because Lexi's across the room, all the way at the other side of the estate, and I can't speak. So how did I do that? There's two ways, right? So you already did one of them. I would do the old little fast clap.
Hey, you would clap. Oh, I know Lexi didn't like that.
Lexi hated that. She hated being clapped at.
Did you do it because, of course you love her, but you knew she hated it a little bit, but you had to get her attention?
Yeah. And especially if it was if it was not urgent, it'd be a slow clap. It'd be like a, but if the boys were getting into something or if it was an emergency, it'd be a fast clap. Another one would be a kind of a,
You had a.
I wouldn't have a bell, but I would take my water jug here, and I would do a little bit of that in the background, kind of like a cowbell.
Bradley, I can't believe
Call
you
my
would.
lady.
I can't believe you would do that to your pregnant wife.
Well, how else am I supposed to?
I don't know. A bell would suffice. I think a bell suffice. A bell is just like ding, clapping fast to get somebody's attention.
I have a question.
Can grow annoying.
Yes.
You have many, I'm sure.
I have a ton. So you played the voice memo before of, I need to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
You didn't have surgery on your legs.
But if I just got up unannounced, let's just wait. If you have to go to the bathroom and it's just you and your girl, do you say, I have to go to the bathroom, or you just get up and go?
No, I said,
just get up and go.
No. I said,
No, you tell her.
No, I said, oop, I got a boo-boo.
No, she usually says,
I legitimately, I did that yesterday.
Sometimes I say that, I guess. If I'm going to be gone a while, but if I'm just going number one, I'll just get up. And sometimes she'll go, where are you going? And I'll say, I'm just going to the restroom.
Oh, yeah. We declare it in our household. We declare
Every
it.
time?
Just about. Ooh, I gotta go, boo boo.
Basically.
Ooh, I gotta pee. I gotta tinkle.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Yeah, I do
You
it.
gotta pee.
I
Gotta
do
go
it
to
quite
the
a bit. It's
So
communication.
did you play that every time you went to the bathroom for 5 days?
I played it often. It's probably my most played one.
Oh, you pee a lot.
And
I guess you
at
drink a lot
night
of
I
water.
played the I love you one. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hydrating.
love you.
Hydrating. Yeah. The I love Lexi. I love Lexi. And
I love Lexi.
That's right. I do love Lexi. And even that guy, the guy that the I love Lexi guy, the old Brad.
That's AI, Brad. That's not real.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I love Lexi.
AI Brad is probably closer to gritty voice Brad than this current Brad.
I don't know. You sound like AI Brad. You don't
This doesn't
sound like.
sound like me.
No, Brad. This does not. This is. I'm gonna close my eyes and keep talking, Brad.
I will say another way that we communicate.
That ain't Bradley. That ain't Brad. He's a poser. Where's my real Brad at?
No, I'm an imposter.
Where the hell is Lexi?
Is this like in
Who
Men
is
in
this
Black,
clone?
when the farmer was eaten by the alien and then they put on the alien
suit?
the guy's skin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just not me. The communication was hard. Lexi said, day 5, this is how I knew I needed to start talking. She said, I can see why marriages fail if you don't communicate. Because she got to the level of frustration where she's like, you got to talk. We might have to end this silence early and just risk it. Because not talking was so painful. The whiteboard was too slow, right? Too slow to write it down and then turn and be like,
And you
okay,
gotta read it.
way too slow. Texting was even too frustrating because I'd be like, where I'm like 3 feet from Kyle. I'd look at him, say, kind of do my old or clap, hold the phone up, and then start texting her.
Oh.
She didn't love that.
Between you and the boys, my goodness.
I know. And by the end of that, I was just basically doing gestures. 2 words. Whatever. She learned also by the end of it to give me if she's asking me a question, do you want chicken or do you want noodles for dinner, whatever. She knew to give me options and not ask open-ended questions. I would do 1 clap for the first option and 2 claps for the
Why
second
wouldn't
option.
you just hold up 1 or 2? You have fingers.
Because I liked
He
clapping.
liked the clapping.
I liked the clapping.
The clapping had to be.
It's something powerful about
It is.
clapping.
Have you ever noticed when, think about it, somebody trying to get you to, hey, he's like, whoa. Imagine being at a bar. I've gotten snapped on before by a waitress or bartender for clapping.
Snap, yeah.
Actually got me kicked out the bar.
You clapped at a waitress?
Hell, she had to give me my money.
No,
I had
that's
change.
rude.
She took the 20 when she only need to take 8. I said, hey, you
You deserve
go.
to get kicked out for that.
Well, I never got my money back either.
That is absurd.
Has some choice words for that woman.
Wisconsin fam on Twitter has chimed in and asked Brad, do you sound different to yourself?
Yes, I do.
What do you like better?
It's a new version of myself. It's new and improved. I feel like I kind of miss the gritty Brad. If I knew it wasn't detrimental and my voice cords weren't eroding before my very eyes,
Oh, wow.
I would have
Eroding?
eroding or deteriorating. Some might say.
Oh, that's what was happening?
Yeah. So one polyp became 3.
Damn.
They cut them out. And they were bigger than they thought. But yeah, I miss raspy bread. If I had levers, right, and I could turn on raspy bread when I wanted to, and then flip on smooth, silky bread when I wanted to, that'd be the best of both worlds.
Can you
I'm
sing
stuck
yet?
with this guy.
Are you able to sing or no?
I haven't tried singing.
Turn
yet.
up on a Friday. When we come back, turn up on a Thursday. What day was it?
Turn up on the weekend.
Is it the song that you love?
Turn up for the weekend. That's what it's called.
I want to maybe hear you sing that song at some point because
I
I
don't
want
think that's a good idea.
Well,
That's a pretty low. Turn up. I still can't sing. Even just 2 words. Even just 2 words, I know I still can't.
I don't
sing.
know. That sounded a
hold
little
on.
bit better than what you were
said
sounding like
something
before.
right off the top that we never really addressed. You said you were speaking all wrong.
Yes.
How do you
What
do
does that mean?
So I went and saw my voice therapist,
Okay.
who recommended this Darth Vader-like vaping-esque contraption. It's a humidifier. It's supposed to humidify my vocal
Vaping-esque.
cords. Right, so it's to humidify my vocal cords.
that's
But
nice.
she said I would take chest breaths, is what they were called. Like when I would breathe in, it would breathe in through my chest and not my diaphragm. The chest is more shallow than a deep diaphragm breath.
Who the hell
Because
breathes from their diaphragm?
The breath is the motor to your words. Did you know that's the motor to your vocal cords? So I wasn't giving it enough horsepower for what I was coming out with. So it's got to be
Okay.
a
A lot
diaphragm.
of analogies going on here.
Yeah, diaphragm breath, and then you use that to speak. But not only that, there's something called, like, singers out there will know what I'm talking about, but like a head voice versus like a chest voice.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I got to speak in more head voice. Head voice is like speaking to where you feel like it's like if we all were to hum together, you can feel the sensation of speaking coming like in the jaw level.
Oh yeah. I talk from the jaw all the time.
Yeah, but like wrongly and straining your vocal cords too much is kind of speaking back here from your vocal cords.
So Brad, you speak like this.
Yeah,
Bradley,
that's how it-
Brad,
and it creates
your chest has to be exhausted every day.
Yeah, I was pretty fatigued. But look at me now. I've got a new voice. I've got a new way to motor that voice with my diaphragm. I'm speaking in different ways. My humidifier's still going. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
No, you're not
I'm
back.
so back.
You're a brand new person.
I am so
I don't
back.
like it. Stro, what would you vote? Yay or nay? Raspy voice Brad or new Brad?
I just want healthy Brad.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, Stro.
800-990-3776. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman. And Bradley Nortman, the Nortman of KBN, is back with his, I guess, new, I wouldn't say improved voice. Say something, Bradley.
It's good to be back, KBN Nation.
He said it's good to be back, and it surely is good to be back. And one thing that Bradley, we haven't heard his opinion on, he's missed a lot. You missed the last 2 preseason games for the Green Bay Packers, and a lot has happened over those 2 weeks. I got dragged on social media for calling Jordan Love injury prone.
I saw that. I said, that man did it again.
Jaden Reed is out with injury. Romeo Dobbs decided to skip a practice, or he decided to put his health first instead of going out there for a joint practice, and so much more. But I'm telling you this right now, the Packers preseason is over. And I want to know, what did we learn? Did we learn anything, KBN Nation, from the past 3 preseason games? I'll let you know, but Bradley Nortman will let you know as well. Did we learn something good, or did we learn something bad from the Packers preseason thus far? This is Kyle Brust and Nortman. We'll be back coming up to talk about the Green Bay Packers and whether or not you actually learned something from the preseason.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund was something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
If he has gotten cleared to catch a football using his left and right hand at the same time, and he's dropping back and he's surveying the field with no pass rush, and he's making throws, hey, baby, I'm on board.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Let him, sure, throw it into the net. Stand stationary and chuck balls into the net like you're at Chuck E. Cheese playing the football game there. Fine.
Weekday weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
Okay, gang, we have to talk about the all-new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse. The list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. It is all of ESPN, all in one place. Sign up now.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
This is Mike and Michelle Grau from Professional Construction Inc.,
a.k.a. PCI.
Around here, they're the same thing, like Friday fish fry and a good old-fashioned.
We're the Waukesha neighbors you see at the grocery store. Friday night football games, and yes, in your kitchen, making that space better than ever.
For us, PCI isn't just a name. It's family, it's community. It's putting our heart into every build and remodel.
PCI, for all your construction needs. Visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. No Ben Brust as he is gallivanting around the world as he celebrates him and his brand new bride. Again, congratulations to Benny Brust. Keep it locked because we will recap the wedding. Stro now once again believes he was the MVP of the wedding.
Okay,
that's quite a claim, by the way.
Ben Brust was the MVP of the wedding. Let's be clear.
Okay, yes.
But what about the bride?
The bride was also the MVP of the wedding. I'm saying aside from the wedding party, of invited guests that weren't in the wedding party, I think I was the MVP.
Yeah, I disagreed, but I did get some additional information. I still disagree, but A little bit better.
Are you referring to a video you received in the break?
I am referring to a video I received during the break.
And what was I doing in said video?
We'll tease it. We'll have
you
people.
Might be disqualified from MVP in that video.
That's very true.
Why?
Because you were touching somebody you probably shouldn't have been touching. You didn't have consent to.
I spun the bride around. What's
you
wrong
weren't
with
supposed
that?
to. Listen, did you talk to her husband? I know one thing. You touch my baby, I'm smacking the taste out your mouth.
Why is that bold? That's bold.
Dancing with the bride?
Yeah.
They didn't even have their own first dance on Friday night.
They did a bunch of dances.
Did they have their own dance?
They didn't have a first dance.
They didn't? I'm pretty sure they did.
No.
They might have.
No.
We were in the corner.
No.
I think they did.
No.
I think they did.
I don't recall.
I
Maybe they did.
didn't realize that was what Will the Entire
You're not even that close with her.
Yeah, you
were friends.
No, you're not friends with her, Stro. Just because you sat on the wrong side doesn't mean you're friends. You're not friends with his fiance. Stop saying that.
Me
You consider
spinning
everybody
the bride
friends.
around is a bad idea.
It's a horrible idea.
We were
Horrible
dancing.
idea. The bride should be dancing with her husband
Or her brother, or
I mean, that's a great question.
acting a fool, having a good time.
Maybe
having a good time.
maybe she's dancing with her dad, and her dad gives her a spin. But not you, Alex Strofe. Some random guy that she works with. With all due respect, you were invited because of Ben.
You
But
were
I was
invited.
having
You
fun.
barely
I
were
was just
invited.
having fun.
Do you think? Did she welcome the spin? We might need to watch this video.
She was
like
laughing.
in depth.
She looked uncomfortable.
No, she did.
Did you reach out to her?
What do you mean?
Like, did you reach out your hand?
I think we were kind of like dancing
No,
in front of each other, so I reached out my hand.
Yeah, he
I
definitely reached out.
I definitely initiated.
Yeah, we know Strofe did initiate it, but we'll definitely get into that more. So make sure you keep it locked here to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin, because we're going to recap the wild weekend and the wild wedding it was of our boy Benny Brust finally getting married. We talked about the engagement for over a year, and he finally jumped the broom last Friday. We're going to give you all the news. And also we'll tell you about Scalzo's speech. That was memorable as well. But something that wasn't memorable for some is the Green Bay Packers preseason. And listen, the preseason is a time, right? It's a time where you're supposed to learn something about your team. We all get so excited for football to be back, and it's a time for us to see who is taking that next step that we talked about. And for me, Bradley, I feel like this preseason was a little bit of a dud and us actually finding out who's taking the next step. So what I want to know, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776. Also, watch and stream us live on YouTube. That's 1017 The...
Whoa!
Damn it.
Whoa!
Damn it. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Whoa.
Damn it. I was thinking of the next thing I was going to say. Damn it, dang it, dang it. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey,
ESPN
we
Madison.
got a coin jar back here.
Yeah, I'll put coins in.
Yeah.
What's the coins for normally?
I don't know what they're for.
We
Not for
actually
that.
just began the producer party fund. Me, Josh DiMaggio, Will Summers.
I'm a producer. Wait a minute. Why was I told about this party fund?
Well,
there you go. You can contribute
as
to
a
it.
host and identifying yourself as on the wrong radio station, you can go ahead and contribute.
Brad,
to the
what was I
producer
doing
party.
before the show? Oh, 800-990.
You were training yourself. I get my mind right. I'm lead hosting this show.
I got to get my mind right. Don't go there. Stay here. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. ESPN Madison on YouTube. But what we want to know is this. Did you come away with more questions or answers from the Green Bay Packer preseason? Now, Brad, you had a lot of time to lay around, sit around, and watch a lot of Green Bay Packers. Did you come away
lazy.
Did you come away with more answers about our beloved Green Bay Packers or more questions?
Well, to use the start of training camp as sort of the delineation of, okay, these are the questions we have, and I hope that they're answered by the time the training camp is over. Officially, training camp is over now, and cuts are tomorrow to see who the final roster is going to be. And Kyle, I got more questions than I do answers. Let's start with the questions that were questions before that are still questions now. And that includes the cornerback room and the D-line room specifically. The cornerback room, Nate Hobbs, who's been injured most of camp and is still fighting off a little bit, and the guys you hope to step up and say, okay, they're going to be cornerback one, and they're going to be really good, and Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine, they haven't really done that, whether it be the preseason games, the joint practices. It's not like, or even against the Packers' own wide receivers. How many different clips did we see of Matthew Golden cooking the cornerback room? So I look at the cornerbacks and I look at the D-line, who, again, were basically non-existent in most of the preseason games and a little bit hit or miss throughout the joint practices. So the big questions I have, obviously on defense, cornerback, D-line, those still remain questions for me. The other one is the wide receiver room. What started out as some questions popping out has now come with a cascading amount of questions because we still don't really know who wide receiver 1 is. But not only that, there's injuries to Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs injury, but a little bit inconsistent as far as you said, being able to be available. Still don't know about Christian Watson and Dontavian Wicks taking the next step. So there's so many different question marks. But then how about new questions? Jordan Love. Jordan Love's injury, now it's the non-throwing hand. He had surgery. He'll be ready to go for week 1.
There you go, Brad. That's how you not like the social media's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. You delicately put that in there. But we know what Jordan Love is like when he doesn't have enough preparation and when he's dealing with any kind of injury. We saw that all last year. So my concern is not only that, the offensive line, I feel like has question marks. In fact, they had to trade a guy for a guy yesterday to increase its depth. So for me, there's more questions than there are answers for the Green Bay Packers. And my biggest question that I'm concerned with is Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love is now going to go from a position to where he needs timing. He needs time with receivers. He needs to be comfortable. And he didn't get any of that in the short time in preseason that he did have was struggling. So I feel more uncertain about how this team's going to perform early than I did even a month ago.
Yeah, 800-990-3776. The preseason has concluded for the Green Bay Packers, and they now shift into game mode week 1 against the Detroit Lions at Lambeau Field. And we want to know right here on KBN, did you come away with more questions and answers? And Brad, I'm right there with you. I have a lot of questions. You talked about it. We don't know what's going on with with wide receiver number 1. We don't know what's happening with that. I mean, we came into the season hoping that Matthew Golden would emerge, and it looks like not based off him earning it, based off him having to be put in the position to be wide receiver number 1 because Jaden Reed, no real update on what his injury situation is. We know Christian Watson is going to be out. Tay Wicks is probably going to be fine coming back at some point. And Romeo Dobbs, again, we worried about his health last season because he got banged up quite a bit. And then again, he had a back issue in camp this year. And so right now, what are they going to do at wide receiver? Wide receiver 1 is a huge question mark for a football team that hasn't really had time to practice much together. And then you think about cornerback 1, the Packers don't have a CB1 on the roster. And the guy that was in the running be considered CB1, for me, I've seen more from Bo Melton, not Stephen and Nate Hobbs as a Green Bay Packer at cornerback. That is a problem. Will Nate Hobbs be healthy enough and good to go come week 1 coming back from the knee? We still don't know that as well, and I alluded to it earlier. QB1, I trust that Jordan Love is going to be okay and ready to go. But will there be any lingering impacts from that thumb? He had surgery. It sounds like he struggled a little bit in the joint practice last week, Thursday, against the Seahawks. And not saying that this is going to linger into the season, but I still want to make sure that Jordan Love and that thumb is as healed as possible and has no impact whatsoever. Because if he has any impact from being able to grip the football, do play action fake, or do anything with that thumb, then that's great for the Packers because last season, as we already know, Jordan Love was not healthy at all last season. And we need a healthy Jordan Love in order to elevate this offense. You talked about the defensive line. We got no answer from the defensive line. You say, okay, Lucas Van Ness has some flash plays, but at the end of the day, I was hoping to hear that this guy won't be stopped. He won't be stopped. We still got to wait till week 1 to figure out what that defensive line is going to be. So overall, I still have a lot of burning questions, and we don't have any more time at this point, right? At this point, it's time to get ready for the Detroit Lions, and whatever they put on the football field in 2 weeks is what they put on the field. But a lot of questions that I think the Green Bay Packers still have to answer, unfortunately, through preseason. And Brad, you being a former NFL player, right? You got a lot of time, being a punter, you got a lot of time to watch and sit in meetings and have no pressure, right? You low pressure, you had your job locked up, but you're in the meetings on the offensive side, right? Special teams, and you kind of saw guys starting to emerge. Are you concerned from your former player perspective that the Green Bay Packers haven't had any big names to watch during this preseason?
Yeah, because this is the most comfortable it's going to be. I know that there was a time when training camp used to be, oh, we're gonna break you down. It's going to be gritty. That's not the case anymore. Now with they try to put you in the best position possible, whether it be these joint practices, preseason games, or training camp in general, to show what you can do. That's the whole point of training camp now. It's become more about evaluation and less about breaking you down and proving that you can be a football player. So you would think that guys would take that time and really take the next step and show what they can do so that week 1, you hit the ground running. If you compare to the Packers to any major contender right now, like the Bills or the Ravens or Philadelphia or Washington, those guys know who they are. There's very little question marks at most position groups, and they're going to take week 1 and they are going to be rolling, downhill rolling. With the Green Bay Packers, these questions need to be answered. They're going to be answered, but my concern is now they're going to be answered over the course of the first couple months of the season, right? Because cornerback, D-line, even Jordan Love's play at quarterback and wide receiver, the timing that it takes for those guys, the questions will be answered, but you'd rather answer them now as opposed to mid-October. And I think early on when the schedule came out, said, okay, we got Detroit at home and then a short week against Washington. That is a benefit for the Green Bay Packers. Most guys returning. You feel good about, maybe catching these guys early, playing at home. Now I feel the opposite. Yeah. Now I'm like, you know what? If the Packers go 1-1, that's a success. 0-2, I'm not saying they're going to, but I could certainly see how training camp has gone, that they will. It's going to be hard for them to play their best football early, given all these question marks.
I mean, they went 2-1 in preseason, and I walked away saying, ugh. I walked away uninspired. There was nothing inspiring about any of the preseason performance, and I think the biggest negative for the Green Bay Packers, and I love my Packers, I'm going to roll with them and rock with them, but the biggest takeaway was Omar Brown, who got hurt, but Omar Brown in the scrimmage, basically, that they had, the family night practice, was probably the biggest pop that they had. Stro, I mean, as somebody who loves the Packers, was there anybody else? The biggest performance coming out of training camp was in a scrimmage.
No.
Okay, who had a bigger performance?
One catch, 39 yards.
There you go. All right.
That's all I need to say.
Listen, I love it too. But if that's the only thing that we have as a takeaway.
Well, it's hard to get a grander takeaway because most of the starters didn't play for most of the preseason.
But they're still young. There's still other guys that can pop. Other guys like Tyron Hopper.
Really
that's the one guy, but he's still a backup. Like, there's no fringe.
Yeah, most of the storylines were.
Quay Walker had a nice sack on Saturday, but again, they didn't play that long. To your point, you didn't see a ton of the actual starters out there together. Jordan Love didn't play after the first game. Aaron Banks was dealing with an injury, their offseason signing at left guard. So, sure, but again, it's the preseason. I don't have that big of a concern. This is, while the youngest team in the league, still an experienced team at this rate because all these guys have played in the postseason for the most part each of the last 2 years. I'm really not that worried. Yes, the start of the schedule is tough. I don't disagree with you. The good news is the 6 games after that are all very winnable, even if they were to start 0-2, which I don't think they will. Both games at home. It's a short week. As long as Jordan Love is healthy, I'm good, and that's ultimately the place we're trending to.
What about anything on defense? D-line, cornerbacks, anything like that?
I would say Saturday was the most encouraging sign. 5 sacks on Saturday on Jalen Milroe, but only one of them was by an actual starter in Quay Walker. Saturday, a little bit encouraging, but again, Kenny Clark didn't play. Devontae Wyatt didn't play. So you don't have your real starters out there in the preseason. So it's hard to draw a giant conclusion. Jason Wilde, I'm sure we'll bring this up when he joins us at 3:15, but I'll bring it up here. They lost 27-2 in week 2 of the preseason last year. It doesn't really matter.
Tell yourself whatever you have to, but I'm right there with you. Preseason doesn't matter, but the cohesiveness of a unit and a team, that's the thing that I want to see, and I don't know if we had that continuity. But 800-990-3776, did you get more questions or more answers from the Green Bay Packers preseason now that training camp is basically concluding and they're getting ready to gear up for week 1 against the Detroit Lions? That's 800-990-3776. You can call in or text in on the Carbless Talk and Text line where Liz is more about that question or whether the Green Bay Packers, you learn more with questions or you got more answers from the preseason. But coming back, or when we come back, Stro, you ready?
Wheel of Stro!
This is going to be Brad's first time with the Wheel of Stro in 2.5 weeks. Let's see if Stro still sucks at it. Keep it locked. We'll have more coming next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late-season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay-and-play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. No interest for 5 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the 2 of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Brad Nortman. Say what up, Brad.
Hey, what up, KBN Nation?
Hey, listen to that voice.
What up?
Hey, what up?
He's back. You heard Alex Strofe as well. And now it is time for more Alex Strofe. Brad, are you ready for the Wheel of Strofe?
I am ready for the Wheel of Strofe. If anything, I like hearing the Wheel of Strofe open because, again, it's old Brad. You can hear old Brad just tailing right along in that Wheel of Strofe open.
Well, I want to hear old Brad coming up here with Wheel of Strofe.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe. Question. I'm just taking over the airwaves.
I love it. Yeah, take over, Brad.
Have you been doing push-ups? Are we improving?
No.
We have summer body stroke?
I've done a few.
He quit on them, and we haven't hit red that often. He really didn't want to do them anymore.
Last week.
I saw him in a suit. You saw him in a suit. He's just so scrawny.
Yeah.
Good-looking suit, but like...
Wheel of Strofe.
Gotta put some muscle mass on it.
Whoa, something just broke. What happened?
The wheel is like not
There's
stopping.
a random washer, and it's red.
Yes! Push-ups.
Look,
It's meant to
things
be.
are falling apart.
Oh, no. Red is
that one of
push-ups,
the
right?
pegs? It's one of the pegs on the wheel.
Thanks. Hold on. I'll do push-ups in a second.
How many push-ups we doing? I'm going to let Brad talk because we haven't heard from Brad in 2.5 weeks. So come up with something
15.
that you're hot on. You said what?
15.
15. Oh, it
push-ups.
used to be 20. Now it's 15.
Never 20.
Okay, Brad. So you're not going up at all. You're just going to stay there. All right, here we go. Take over, Bradley.
All right, well, I'm going to use this time to take advantage of 2.5 full weeks out. The thing about being quiet for 5 straight days, truly silent, is that you think a lot, and it's not necessarily... this is why humans need to communicate verbally. Because when you
Why
just
is that,
sit
Bradley?
back, you sit just back with all your thoughts, and you can't actually articulate them or put them out there, it can drive a man crazy. By the time I hit day 5, I was getting driven crazy.
So, like, how hard was it not speaking?
It was super hard.
Because you know you could ruin something.
Yeah, you'd basically, like, rip your vocal cords if you spoke too soon.
Wait a minute, so you wouldn't be able to talk ever again?
No, I just think, like, it wouldn't improve, and they would be super raspy, and they'd probably just get worse. And I mean, because they were literally had an incision on the vocal cords. So, but... I was like legitimately stressed. Talking to you should I wish we had a camera like on the nurses that like put me out. So literally the last thing I said was before they put me out, I was like, just please remind me when I wake up to not talk. I'm gonna want to say something. Just tell me not to talk. So sure enough, when they sort of get me going and they nudge my shoulder and say, hey, Brad, as a reminder, don't talk. Everything went great. So, but yeah, it was horrible. It really was horrible. Wheel of Stro. It'd be a good punishment.
Yeah, a punishment that I know I couldn't.
5 days worth?
No, knowing that you can't ruin, you can ruin your voice.
I did use mouth tape though.
Oh wow,
as well.
Good for you.
Not enjoyable. Not enjoyable. I did sleep better though. And they say that you do sleep better because you're forced to breathe out of your nose.
During the third quarter of Saturday's Packers game, Jordan Love being interviewed on the Packers TV network, and well, take a listen.
It's helped him be able to get as many reps as he.
Don't worry, everyone. Jordan Love is okay on that camera, not so much.
Packers defensive back Kamal Hayden tracking down a ball and running directly into Trace Browning, the camera operator on the Packers TV network. The camera got completely taken out right next to Jordan Love, inches away from disaster. Had Love been hit there, what would the correct punishment be for Kamal Hayden?
What do you mean punishment? What is he getting?
Immediate
punished for?
release.
Why would Jordan Love be so close where he can get in? You know,
He's on the
harm's-
sidelines, but he was being interviewed, so he was back to the field. Bad awareness.
Bad awareness
Oh,
for the
wow.
camera folks. What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know why the sound cone guy and stuff, they never move. Right? Like you see the guys coming your way.
And they just
why don't we
stay-
step out of the way?
I don't know.
It makes no sense to me.
I think that's
don't
probably
sign me
easier
up for
said
that.
than done.
I mean, they are moving pretty fast.
Moving quick.
But I'm always lingering over there by the when I was playing. I was always lingering, by like the 30-yard line, and if I saw something come my way, I'd move out of the way.
I mean, I would move out the way too because them some big dudes that hit pretty hard.
That's true. That's true.
But no, I wouldn't be mad at Kamal for what did he do?
He's just trying to play.
He's trying to make a roster. He ain't worried about Jordan Love.
That roster ain't going very far without Jordan Love.
That's very true.
Wheel of Stro.
Good spin.
It is.
Spin.
Glad you fixed it, buddy. Oof. Thought you're gonna have to do more push-ups.
I did too. That's good. Terry McLaurin's hold-in is over as he signs a $96 million 3-year extension with the Washington Commanders. Micah Parsons, however, not so over, as he was spotted falling asleep on a therapy table on the Cowboys sideline during their preseason finale.
I
over the
loved
weekend.
it.
Also
It
over
was
the
great.
weekend, Jerry Jones talking to Michael Irvin says this.
Michael, why don't you grab Micah and come over here with him and come with me and sit down here and bridge this gap?
That illegal by the Cowboys owner and general manager. Can't negotiate with Micah without his agent. Michael Irvin, not his agent.
Can we?
So
This is so foolish.
As the Commanders are able to come to a deal with one of their superstars.
What? So they were always gonna pay him. So what was the holdup? They just
wanted money.
Deadline spur action, and you just You hold out
He
for a
got
little
paid a
bit.
lot
you
of money.
Squeeze him for as much as you can, and before you say, okay, season's here. He probably got more than what they offered him in July.
That may be. Maybe.
The whole so Jerry Jones just won't speak to the agent.
Micah.
Michael. Why don't you grab Micah? Michael, why don't you grab Micah?
Jerry
Come
Jones
with me.
needs to sit his country behind down
Dude,
somewhere.
I love his voice.
Michael.
I love his voice.
Why don't you join
grab
Micah? Just sit his butt down here. Listen. Jerry has lost it.
He's lost it.
He's like 86, isn't he? 85, something like that. He's in his mid-80s. Like, he needs to sit down somewhere. At this point, you ask him, you on a radio show or a podcast? Oh, he's 82. He's still losing it. 82 years old, sitting there. Michael, go grab Micah, and we can sit down and knock it out. No, just pay the man. What are you talking about?
Michael, why don't you grab Micah?
He's a very lucrative owner, but he's a terrible GM. He's got to hire somebody out to be a GM. I mean, you're talking about Jerry Jones negotiating with players for money. It makes no sense, and he won't even talk to the agent.
I'm just confused about what more do they want to see from Micah Parsons to be able to pay him? What is Michael Irvin going to do?
Why don't you grab Micah?
Only thing Michael Irvin going to grab Micah to do is, y'all know, Michael Irvin still probably be on that stuff.
Looking to party?
You're looking to party.
Looking to party?
I don't want Michael Irvin near Micah Parsons.
Well, they've already set records for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, and so it's not like they're an organization that's like, we don't pay our guys.
Yeah,
and he is a legitimate among the best players at his position.
Yeah, he's one of, yes. I'm just confused about what this all is about. If I was a Green Bay Packers fan, I would be furious. I'd be furious to see Dak Prescott getting $60-some million a year. Meanwhile, we can't sign the guy that actually, because I don't think Dak ever lead him to a Super Bowl. And so I don't understand what the holdup is for Micah Parsons. Just pay the man. If he's going to get paid $35 to $40 million a year, that's the going rate. That means you got your quarterback, you got your receiver, and you got your top defensive player. What are y'all waiting for? I'm like, for real.
I mean, for real, when you draft a guy, and especially a guy top 5 like Micah Parsons was, this is what you hope happens.
Micah.
This is what you hope happens. You hope that you get to the point where you have to pay him record-setting amounts because he plays so well and he's so disruptive. I mean, what you fear is the guy that's a total bust. So you give yourself credit for being able to find that guy, but you actually have to take it all the way home and pay the man. And this is what's going to happen, and they become a joke.
I hope
Micah.
You know what I hope? I hope Jordan Loves hits up his agent, who's the same agent of Micah Parsons. Thank you. And I hope he says, listen, just bring him here to Green Bay. I went to the big boy. I went to the big boss and I said, hey, listen, can we get it done? And they said, yeah. And I hope that he comes to Green Bay. But I just don't understand what the hell the holdup is. And I hope Micah Parsons still, come week one, I hope Micah Parsons is right there laying on the training table taking a nap during the game again.
It becomes, it's sort of a sideshow in the preseason. But if he does this in the regular season, that would be amazing.
Well, it would
be absolute. It'd be like literally get your popcorn.
There's no repercussions. What are they going to do? Yeah. Like, for real, what are you going to do? Just trade him. Let him go.
What are they saying he's out with right now? Like a back injury, or
I think he had an MRI and it came back clean.
Okay,
that's what was Brian Schottenheimer.
Micah.
He said that the MRI came back clean. He's going to talk to him about his behavior.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
And there you have it with the wheel of
one more time, Stro.
Michael, why don't you grab Micah?
I love it. I love it so much.
Micah.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman. And there is something interesting going on right now here at our office. And we're reverting back to elementary school here at Good Karma Brands. In a couple minutes, when we come back in 3-4, we're going to tell you why all of a sudden Good Karma Brands has turned into an elementary school. You want to stay locked in because you're absolutely going to love the story we tell next. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
Michael, why don't you grab Micah?
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring, I'm sizing up my ring
Pack Arena right now.
1 packer, 2 packer, 3 packer arena.
Hey! On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
But they didn't go anywhere. And when they don't go anywhere, it opens up the possibility that they could be back.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9.
Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC?
Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. And fellas, we're missing something big right now.
Oh?
It's movie day. We all remember movie day, right? You guys remember back in elementary school? I mean, for me, because you got to understand, I was a little rug rat. When I talk about rug rat back in the day, movie day was a privilege for me. Brad, I'm sure, and Stro, you probably missed some too because you did a lot of talking in class and probably got in trouble. Brad never missed a movie day. You never missed any of the prizes that you got for getting good grades, for turning in your homework on time, for being, just being a good kid nonstop. So you never had your movie day in jeopardy. Stro, did you ever have your movie day jeopardized at all?
Not in elementary school.
Oh.
I didn't start acting out till middle school.
Let me tell you. Bringing it in the pink cart day when they brought in the pink cart with the big TV. I don't know if they
roll it in.
Roll it in. I don't know if Strofe had TVs rolled in.
Not a pink cart, but yeah, we had the black one on wheels. Yeah.
Rolled in the TV. That was everything. And when I was a kid, when I didn't turn in my homework and I couldn't be in that room and I had to watch the cart be rolled into a specific room where all the kids went into and I had to go into the room with the other kids that didn't complete their homework, that was gut-wrenching.
What would happen in that other room?
I
was
do
never
work.
part of that room. I was always sit back.
Brad, you do work and you're sad. You're sad.
You're sad. Missing out on the movie one time wasn't enough to change your ways?
Listen, what do you mean? I tried, but mistakes were made. And now today I have a little FOMO, fellas, because right now there's a movie day going on with Good Karma Brands as a movie that the whole company is watching. And I found it to be a little interesting. I don't know about y'all. Is that during the work day, instead of doing work, folks get to eat popcorn, eat Twizzlers.
Yeah, I saw some Twizzlers up there.
I had some Starburst here myself, the pink ones and the red ones, because I love pink and red ones. But I was quite amazed when our team I saw upstairs at GKB got a 2-hour break during the workday after lunch to watch a movie.
Because when it was movie day, right? So in elementary school, you either rolled in the TV or at Hillside Elementary, shout out to Hillside Elementary, now closed, they would call into the AV department and say, hey, AV department, can we play Reading Rainbow, right?
Oh, and they're on all the TVs at once.
Yeah, that's right. And you know why it was a beautiful moment, Kyle?
Why is that, Brad?
So you could tune out, check out, turn off your brain, and you could sit back, relax, and just enjoy everything that Reading Rainbow or Bill Nye had to tell you.
Wish I could do that on a Monday after a double wedding weekend.
And so do you know what I'm sure our teammates thought? I'm sure they worked very hard in the morning, but then thought, I can just check out, tune out, relax, because you know what would happen? Especially if you had different hours of the class, right? If the word got out, right? If you had maybe a class first hour, right? Maybe especially like in high school where it's like, hey, we watched a movie today. Everyone would be like, yeah, we watched a movie. You knew come 7th hour, you're watching a movie and you could start checking out for the rest of the day.
Right, Brad.
So I'm sure that they thought, oh my gosh, it's movie day. I'm going to work hard in the morning like all of our teammates do. But then come 1 o'clock after lunch, here come the Twizzlers, here come the Milk Duds, and here comes the popcorn, and we get to enjoy a great movie, but a movie nonetheless.
So who in the world, after watching the movie's probably concluding soon, who the hell is going back to work after this? I'm like, what am I going to do? I got an hour left. I'm going to retire. I just had a movie. I'm almost taking a nap. You want me to go back to work? I just could not believe productivity. I tell you,
I did see, too.
What a life people have.
The room that we normally meet in for show prep, all those chairs were commandeered. They were all commandeered to watch the movie.
That was the biggest group of people I've ever seen.
I was just about to say the same thing. I've never seen that many people gathered for one thing.
Yeah.
At this office.
It was massive.
Now, do you think people felt pressured? Because, the founder CEO, Craig Carmenson, I do a show with him, Sunday Karma with Craig Carmenson, 10 to noon every single Sunday right here on ESPN Wisconsin. Do you think people felt pressured, like they had to watch the movie, or like what do you think? Because I did see some folks in their office still, and I was just thinking.
You did? You saw people at their desk?
I was thinking, tis. Do you feel good about yourself being in the only ones in here?
What do you think is a better look? To watch the movie, to kind of go with the flow, or to say, you know what, I'm going to work through the movie? Because there's a little bit of maybe like, hey, are you not bought in?
Yeah.
What, you didn't want to watch this movie that was particularly curated for a reason?
I feel blessed and fortunate that I'm on air right now because the movie is fantastic. I've seen it before. I probably would have worked through it because like I feel like.
No, you wouldn't pass up a movie day. You're talking big right now. No. But you see everyone else gathered there relaxed.
Brad, I'm a worker bee, man. Like I literally, I'll be thinking my whole time, this movie is fantastic. Great movie. But I'll be thinking to myself, there is so much work that I could be getting done right now that it's not like the work is just going to disappear. I'm just going to do it later. That's what it is.
True.
And are you allowed to work during the movie?
I don't think so. That's like it's like when you go to like a Marcus Theaters, you go and you pull out your phone. They say put your phone away because it takes away from the rest of the moviegoers.
Do you have FOMO and not being able to watch the movie? It's a phenomenal movie, by the way.
Brad have FOMO?
Brad doesn't have FOMO whatsoever. Brad might have had surgery, but he's still the old Brad.
I don't. I am. I'm like, listen, if it was a situation that allowed itself to, maybe it was on. Maybe if we would have said, you know what, we did show prep early. We got a great show ready for you. Brad, from 1 to 2, before KBN starts, you can sit back and relax, watch a movie. I would have said absolutely. But if I said, Brad, you got to get here at 9 a.m. or something, I probably would have said, I'll stream it at home.
Wait a minute, Brad, but we got done with show prep around 1:40. You could have tuned in for at least 10 minutes.
I had to do my Darth Vader. My warm ups.
You can't do the warm up with the team.
I got to do my warm ups. I got to do my my humidifier. Kyle, you're in the same way. Why didn't you go watch the movie?
I've seen the movie before, and plus,
but you didn't see it with the rest of the teammates.
I needed to mentally prepare for this show. Because I'm exhausted, so I need to mentally prepare for this show. So I had an exemption from it. But
who gave you the exemption?
Kyle Wallace.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Wallace gave himself an exemption. The hell? What you mean? Anybody ask me, I tell them. Like, listen, who told you couldn't watch it? Hell, the show. I had to get ready for KBN Nation. Had to get my mind right. 800-990-3776. Boy, I tell you, I miss movie days, and I wish I could join in.
What was your favorite movie? I'm from class.
Oh. That's a good question. The last one I did, I was a teacher when I was a substitute teaching. The best days when you're a substitute teacher and it's a movie day, those are the best days. That's free money. It's like stealing money. I'm on the phone hanging out. They on the phone hanging out. I mean, it was the best days. And it was the last one I remember doing, which I love, and I watched the movie multiple times. I want to finish it. Is the something that flew to cuckoo nest? The cuckoo that flew to
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, with Jack Nicholson. Nicholson.
Nicholas is the golfer.
Wait, Nicholson is the actor.
Nicholson.
Yeah, I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him at Lakers.
Yeah, I think he's pretty old now.
He is getting up there. Great movie. I've seen the first 90 minutes. Fantastic. Don't know how it ended, but great movie. Hey, how you doing? Joe is gonna get so mad at me right now.
Yeah, my favorite was always Planet Earth. In high school, took AP Environmental Sciences.
Oh, that's really nice.
And Planet Earth, we'd watch from time to time. And David Attenborough's voice, I know I did this one once or twice, but boy, now that, you dim the lights, you might just fall asleep.
That's nap time.
The Jaguar. Crafty creature. You never know where its next meal is going to be.
Oh, you still got your Australian voice, though.
One of a kind, the Jaguar.
How you like it, Stro? You like it? Good?
I'm feeling some type of way.
Oh, wow. But some type of way I'm feeling, I don't know about y'all, the Green Bay Packers starters haven't had much time together. And we think that's a problem. When we come back, we'll talk about why the Packers starters not playing together we think poses a bad thing for the Green Bay Packers. Keep it locked. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We'll be back in 2.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Some are calling it the 1,000-year storm. Recent flooding has affected everyone in our community. At the Ewald Automotive Group, we'd like to help. Our entire team is ready to do what we can to get you back on the road. Now through Labor Day, we're offering $1,000 in flood assistance toward any used vehicle at any Ewald location. For over 60 years, we've been part of this great community, and we'll get through this how we always have, together. Visit us at ewaldauto.com. See dealer for details. Expires September 2nd.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is hour 2 of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin as we are celebrating our boy Bradley Nortman being back in the flesh with his brand new smooth and silky voice.
Feels so good to be back.
Feels
so
great
good.
to be back and feels great to have you back.
I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit nervous before, but it was about 1:58. I said, oh, boy, I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Are you getting a little exhausted now? You ride like a kid on a bike?
Yeah, it feels good now. I've caught my balance. I'm going down Dead Man's Curve.
All right now.
Dead Man's Curve.
Yeah.
Stay alive. You never heard of that?
Dead Man's
what
Curve.
movie or TV show is that from?
I don't know.
You just know about it.
Yeah, it's just a common phrase, maybe.
Sounds like a bad phrase.
No, it's a
Bad,
no,
it's a little bit dark.
Yeah,
a little bit dark.
You know, biking is actually very dangerous.
It is
very dangerous. You know,
It's
when you're a
accurate.
kid, when you're going down like the dusty mountains and all that, or whatever roads or hills or whatever the heck it is, you don't realize how much danger you're putting yourself in. Now, the older you get, like, ooh, it's a little steep, a little fast.
I even think about that while I'm driving. People that just choose to bike on the street.
No,
I mean, you're right there.
Let's trust.
with cars that weigh literal tons, and you're just a dude on a bike. It's pretty courageous, but too many accidents, unfortunately.
Yeah, too many accidents indeed as well. Ben Brust on his vacation for his honeymoon.
Living it up, man.
I'm sure he is.
Living it
I
up.
didn't like the fact that he texted us.
Yeah. Why is he texting on? You
not
shouldn't
sure.
do that. And he's in, not to give his business up, but he's in different time zones.
Yeah,
he should be focused on doing things you do on a honeymoon.
He should. Oh yeah, he should definitely.
Sightseeing.
He should.
Sightseeing.
I love seeing sights. Don't you, Stro?
Love seeing sights.
Love seeing the sights.
How was his brain last week? Was he scrambled eggs?
No, he
a
was
little
up.
bit.
He was
A
uptight.
little bit. Yeah, he's uptight.
He texted saying, "Sorry, I was a groomzilla, guys."
He did say that.
Oh wow,
More than once.
Groomzilla.
Yeah,
More
he
than
was.
once. Yeah, it was strange.
He was
Okay, we'll get to that.
He was
after
fine.
Jason.
Yeah, I mean, overall, he was just, a lot of it, but he let it all go on Friday, which is exactly
He was great
what I
on
wanted.
Friday.
Exactly what I wanted.
He
but,
was.
He gave me a hug.
I mean,
Did he say I love you?
No.
I don't remember. Probably not. I probably said it though.
The action says everything you need to know.
There you go, Brad.
The actions do speak louder than words. And that, speaking of actions, thinking of the Green Bay Packers and their actions during this preseason. Now, Brad, again, coming from your NFL perspective, how much concern should Packers fan have for the continuity of this Packers offense since so many guys are hurt, so many guys are all out? When we did see them in preseason 1, they didn't look good at all. Should fans have concerns about the continuity of this offense going into week 1 against the Detroit Lions in less than 2 weeks?
Yeah, I've had a lot to reflect on the last couple of weeks, thinking about this team and how they performed in the preseason and where they're at now, because they are less than 2 weeks away from real football against a real good opponent. And as I'm thinking about it, reflecting on my time in training camp and as I would enter week 1 with my teammates, I'm a little concerned about this Packer team. Now, I'm not concerned for them for the season in general. As we've already went to Potawatomi, placed our over 9.5 wins and a couple other player prop bets. So I think they're going to have a good season. But you combine the lack of answers we have from earlier in the show when we talked about that I've got more questions than answers than I did before training camp started. You pair that with Jordan Love's injuries. You got wide receivers out. I mean, you just got situations where over the course of the last month, you haven't got the reps that you wanted to. And everything that was a concern when Jordan Love was playing last year with the groin, what would Matt LaFleur always talk? He talked about limited in practice.
I hate that word, limited.
That limited nature in practice, we could see that in the game, right? Jordan Love, not 100% decisive, not timing-wise with the rest of the wide receivers. There's a lot of things that came out on game day that you saw a limited amount of practice. Well, they've been limited all training camp. So you're dealing with a situation now where timing is thrown off between quarterback and wide receiver, even things with the offensive line. I mean, it's a new center in Elton Jenkins there with Jordan Love.
That's very true.
So there's going to be more things with audibles from Jordan Love, snap count issues. There are so many things, even at a granular level, of the hard count. Jordan Love's very good at the hard count. Sort of learned that from Aaron Rodgers. But you just look at even small things like that, let alone the timing of an out route that takes place 15 yards down the field. Those things that they can't be manufactured. The only way you do that is repetition, repetition, repetition. And that way you can do it on Sunday. You can play free. You can play fast. And that's the only way you're going to beat a team like the Detroit Lions. So as I look at this, I'm just concerned that the Packers lost out on critical growth areas in training camp. Now, Jordan Love got hurt. There's nothing you can do about it. Guys get hurt. Receivers got hurt. That's just part of the game. So it's no one's fault, really. But you're going to look at it and say it's going to be a bit of a minor miracle if they can come out against the Detroit Lions and they look smooth and crisp. A minor miracle.
That is not a lot of confidence. You're not instilling a lot of confidence in KBN Nation and Packer
I don't
Nation.
expect them to. You expect them, that offense, to look crisp week one? I don't. I think Josh Jacobs is going to be strong, but I think it's going to be Jordan Love's going to struggle to hit the timing routes with the wide receivers. Not in everything, but critical throws on critical downs. I think it's going to be hard to manufacture.
I'm not liking this whatsoever at all. Hearing Bradley Nortman say he has zero confidence in the Packers offense to be humming or to have any continuity come week one.
They'll get there. It just won't happen week one.
I'm not a big fan of that. But I'm a big fan of the Green Bay Packers. Also, I'm a big fan of American Family Insurance. As you already know, American Family Insurance loves to support the Titletown, and the perfect Packers game starts in Titletown at the American Family Insurance House. Before each home game, grab exclusive Packer giveaways, listen to live music, and hang out with other fans. Plus, you can try your hand at setting the high score in the Protect the End Zone game they have, or an interactive game that puts your football skills to the test. So make sure your next trip up to Lambeau is unforgettable by visiting the American Family Insurance House. And only at American Family Insurance House in Titletown, you can have all these great experiences. And if you're looking for an insurance quote, simply go to amfam.com today to get an insurance quote on the spot or find an insurance agent near you. That is amfam.com today. Coming up next, we have Jason Wilde. He'll break down how he feels about the Packers preseason and what we all need to know about the cut down coming tomorrow for the Green Bay Packers. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head.
I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Seam head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with some debris on the ramp from Main Street to 41 southbound, so heads up with that. More delays on 41 southbound from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up to Capitol. And then on southbound 43, you're going to see some delays from Good Hope Road down to just past Bender Road. Traffic is brought to you by Comfort Awnings. Extend your outdoor space with a retractable awning or screen like I did with my friends at Comfort Awnings. Custom designed to fit your home. Get your free estimate at comfortawnings.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. Weather's brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. Next race is September 12th through the 14th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
The number one story for the Green Bay Packers this season is
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
He is the most likely to improve the Packers more than anybody else. He has the potential to improve more than anybody else on the team, including Jordan Love, because Jordan Love has shown us some greatness.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic. Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water. Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular. The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature.
Will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman. Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist, the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's. We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Grand slams and walk-offs. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon by now, what are you waiting for? Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's very own national champions. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows? Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a little groupthink going on there. I'm not going to disagree.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
He is a good general manager. Anybody who disputes that, they have other issues.
Holding everybody accountable.
I'm not sure that was good enough for us to even play on our show.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Cause these dancing feet don't cry to the rhythm they cry for you. And every Saturday night that you ain't keep my tears blue. And these blinding lights, they shine so bright like we're on the moon.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. And you know what it is. When you hear that music, you know it's time for the one and the only Jason Wilde here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Jason Wilde, welcome in. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm great. Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We're fresh off of the Ben Brust wedding. Did you have any FOMO?
No, none. Zero.
I love that.
None.
I love that. Wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. Now, you know our old friend, but our great friend, Bradley Nortman is back. Are you curious to know what Bradley Nortman sounds like, Jason Wilde?
Well, I assume he sounds like this.
Well, Bradley?
Jason, the insult that I'm going to walk into with that kind of voice. I sound silky smooth, don't I? And back to my old self. No, the question is.
Sure.
Now, these guys have already cast their vote. In fact, Kyle Wallace has been very outspoken.
Bring back the old Brad.
He likes raspy Brad more than silky smooth Brad. Which voice do you like better, Jason? The old Brad or the new and improved Brad?
Well, but here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't want to violate any HIPAA laws here. But when, let's be honest, I made you, right? I mean, having you as a cousin on the show.
Didn't Homer tell Dwayne Wade that one time?
You didn't hurt my career, Jason. I'll at least say that.
He did. He did. And unlike Homer, who probably was somewhat serious, I was being facetious. But my point is that you sound like the guy, again, that got his start as a cousin sub of the day in terms of daily radio on Wilde and Tausch. And I know you were dealing with that, and I'm glad you're coming out on the other side sounding great. I can't be nice about it, though. Like, I had to give you some grief first. But, yeah, and the most amazing thing is that I assume now Lex, because she was, getting tired of you not being able to speak, now is like, maybe we need to rest those vocal cords just in case, and trying to reduce your chatterboxness. The
doctor said, feel free to really ramp it up the week before you get back to work so you're ready for it. And Jason, I've been ramping it up. I'm chatting away.
Jason, do you know how he got her attention while he couldn't talk?
Did he ring a bell?
Ready, Jason?
He used to clap. He was clapping at her.
Yeah, clap.
He was clapping at her, Jason.
Wow. Again, hey, if
she hated it
that worked, yeah, and your wife is an amazing woman. I don't doubt that for a second. I met her at the Tundra Trio for one of our Green Bay game day pre-games, I think, a couple years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
She's incredible. You guys have a great meet cute story. You're great human beings, great parents, all those things. But even so, I don't think I'd want to be clapped at, so I can see how that might have gotten on her nerves.
The other thing is, maybe you didn't know this, but when you pick up generally heavy weight, your vocal cords compress together. So I couldn't lift up anything more than 10 pounds for a week.
Oh.
And if you know our story, we've got a couple foster boys.
Are they over 10 pounds?
Oh, yeah, well
over.
Over.
Hell
and all the things around the house, so I'd be like, Lexi, or I wouldn't say Lexi, but point down. They think she got to get picked up. I can't do it.
Jason, how annoyed would you be?
She's 36 weeks pregnant. It was an interesting couple weeks for Lexi, particularly those 5 days.
So what? I'm confused as to how your vocal cords. Is it from because you're like straining when you pick up something heavy?
Yeah, I mean things all around your body tense up when you lift up something heavy. Vocal cords being one of them, apparently.
Wow. I learned something new every day, and I'm just glad you're back, and I'm glad you're healthy and happy.
Thanks, Jason. It's good to be back.
It is great to have Bradley Nortman back as we are joined by Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. You can hear Wilde and Tausch right here on ESPN Wisconsin, 9 a.m. to noon, weekdays, every single weekday. Now, Jason, transitioning over to the Green Bay Packers, they just concluded their preseason. Now, did the Packers come away with more questions or answers post-preseason?
No, I think they definitely came away with more answers, and I'm not sure that they went in with a ton of questions. I mean, look, I will be surprised if Rasheed Walker's not the left tackle. They came out with a question about their offensive line depth, and they went and got Dolly Parton's distant cousin in a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles, Darian Kennard. So they tried to shore that up. I would say this. They clearly like him or were somewhat desperate in realizing how their depth was, because even though it's not until 2027, for them to give up a 6th-round pick, that's a pretty penny right there. So, they obviously recognize that to be a need. The biggest question that they left with is just, is everybody going to be healthy when the season starts? And if they are, then they don't, I don't think they've got a lot of question marks. I think they feel really good about their defense. There's certainly a question about Nate Hobbs and whether he'll be fully ready for the opener, but McKinney's going to be ready. On offense, they have to make sure that their offensive line, their starting 5, is figured out, and they obviously need their wide receivers to get healthy. But after both Dontavion Wicks and Jaden Reed gave me a hard time about worrying too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take them at their word and believe that they're going to be ready offensively come September 7th. Now, there'll be questions if they get run out of their own gym by the Detroit Lions on September 7th, and then have to turn around and 4 days later play the Washington Commanders.
What's your confidence level of that, though, Jason? When the Packers, like right now, obviously they still have a whole 2 weeks worth of practice left. We're going to find out a lot in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But post preseason, what's your confidence level that the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to go out there against Detroit and compete against the best team in the NFC and one of the best teams in the NFL last year?
Yeah, I think I'm confident they can compete. I'm not confident that they'll win. But again, I haven't seen the Lions practice. Maybe there's, my buddy Dave Burkett from the Detroit Free Press. Maybe he's doing their version of KBN on one of their local stations in Detroit, saying the same type of stuff about the Lions. That I think they can compete, but I'm not entirely sure if they can win that game. Like, that's the point of going to practice every day, and I think I have a pretty good beat on where the Packers are, but the Lions could be much better. They could be, really struggling with the transition from their two previous coordinators who both became head coaches to now, having two new coordinators. So, it's going to be really interesting. Those 5 days, I just find it crazy that the Packers are going to have two of their biggest games of the year right out of the gates. I mean, there are other big games on the schedule, no doubt about it, but those two are really big and really crucial, and they're in a 5-day span in September, and they're both at home. And they've only got 8 total home games this regular season. So I think the last thing they can afford to do, and this is a loser's mentality, and I'm sure they're not thinking this way, but there's part of me that is thinking, hey, you guys lose both those at home. You're in an 0-2 hole with only 6 out of your final 15 games being at home.
When you put it that way,
that's a big hole to dig out of. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they'll lose both, but I think we have to at least acknowledge the possibility of it.
Yeah, Jason, and considering this training camp where you had guys injured like Jordan Love, and you lack a little bit of continuity that you could normally work on, and just working your way through the preseason. When the schedule came out, I thought it was an advantage to the Packers that they were going to have the Lions Commanders right away. I thought this team was going to hit the ground running, and I think it was going to be a situation where you could go 2-0 or even to 1-1. But now after this training camp, I'm not so sure, because I don't think they're going to hit the ground running given how many speed bumps it feels like they've had. Do you think that those two games, they're so marquee against NFC other contenders, do you think it's a benefit for this team knowing what you know about them right now, or it's a detriment that they have to start the season like that?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's obviously whatever. If they win both games, it'll be an incredible advantage, right? It gets you off to an incredible start. I'm going to turn this back on you, especially since your doctor wants you ramping up your talking points. I'm going to turn this back around on you and ask, what made you think initially that it would be an advantage? Because I got to be honest, they did lose their last 3 games to close last season, and I kind of felt like, maybe it wouldn't be ideal from the very jump when the schedule came out, that it wouldn't be ideal for them to start that way. That I think that's a really tough way to start the season.
Yeah, my thought was you get the Lions right away, and when it comes to being able to have belief from the Lions standpoint of who are we, what's our team, implementing new offensive and defensive schemes, I think the Lions are going to be a situation where, yes, they've got really good personnel for sure. I think there's a little bit of lingering question marks of who are we? Are we still going to be who we were without our coordinators? And I think there's going to be some kinks trying to implement and have these guys be the new DC and OC in a real tough game. So I thought the Packers could surprise and shock the Lions as they're still trying to work the kinks out with their new team. And then a short week at home against the Commanders, same thing. I love a short week at home. I hate a short week having to go somewhere. So I thought the Packers would be in position to really surprise Detroit as they're working through it. And then the Washington Commanders, I mean, there's a lot of new faces there. I'm not sure that, Debo and some of these other guys that they've gotten in the system are going to be ready to roll for sure week 2. So I thought you'd for sure go 1-1, but after this training camp, And Jordan Love hasn't played that much. And from what we have seen on the field, it's been kind of underwhelming when it comes to the starters. So now after all that, I don't feel like this team is completely ready to take on the cream of the crop of the NFC. I would rather switch at this point, week 3 and 4 with 1 and 2. I'd rather have a warm-up with Cleveland and Dallas and then get ready to play Detroit and Washington than the other way around.
That's a pretty good argument for both for what you were thinking before and what you're thinking now. And you sounded great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I still miss raspy voice, Brad. Anything else before we let you go, Jason?
No, my dog came out to greet me, and now I can't find her. So, no, I'm gonna find Stella the Wonder Dog.
Do you not have an electric fence?
We do, but she usually comes back, and now she hasn't. So
you've been
I'm wandering
for a
around
lost dog while talking to us?
No, I finished. She came out of the house to come when I parked the car, and then after she gave me kisses and interrupted Brad talking.
Kisses.
She ran out of the garage, and now I can't locate her. And I'm talking to you guys, and I'm walking around our obviously our massive estate here. Oh, there she goes.
Oh, she's in the house.
No, she's in the yard.
Oh,
so I'm doing laps, and now my neighbor dog has come over to see me. Hi, Raccoon. How are you, buddy?
All right, Jason, thank you. Jason.
And Stella has told him to leave.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Raccoon. All right, Jason.
All right, we've solved everything. Thanks, guys. Take care. Be good.
That is Jason
Kyle, just,
Wilde.
kisses are ways mammals display affection.
I don't want affection from a mammal. Mammals also lick themselves to clean
You realize
themselves.
your baby girl is a mammal, correct?
Okay, I only want her.
I called her a house cat. Now you're calling her a dog?
Yeah, this is
I
crazy.
called her a mammal.
This is crazy.
Which is an accurate statement.
I guess, but I mean,
you calling her a house cat is inaccurate. I called her a mammal. That's a fact.
Rest assured, she doesn't clean herself like a dog does. I can tell you that.
Well,
is calling someone a mammal feels derogatory?
Well, no,
you're a mammal.
It wasn't derogatory. He said kisses.
Okay, you compare
you didn't know what that was.
You compared my lovely fiance to a dog.
Would you rather she be compared to a dog or a house cat?
I'd rather her not be compared to any of them. How about that?
Well, it's too late because it's happened with both.
Yeah, it's pretty disrespectful. I'm gonna start comparing y'all women to things too.
So when dogs
an eye for an
kiss,
eye.
typically they lick. They'll lick your hand or they'll lick your leg.
Some lick your lips.
That is true, not mine, but yes.
Yeah, Jason.
That's a Ben move to stick his face in a dog's face and prompt
that is a
tongue
Ben move.
kisses.
You're right. Yeah.
It is a Ben move indeed. But speaking of Ben moving, he was doing a lot of that on Friday night. And now it is time for us to give our instant reaction and breakdown of everything you need to know about the Ben Brust wedding. And let me tell you, it was a 10 out of 10. And one person here thinks he's the MVP of the wedding. Not Ben being the MVP, not his fiance, but this guy thinks he's the MVP of the wedding. We'll let you know coming up next. You are listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck, I should be doing this time. I should be 2 to 6. That good enough for you? You need any more? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, we are seeing those delays kicking in right about at Appleton Avenue all the way down to about Capitol Drive. Northbound's just going to be slow a little bit right around that North Avenue curve. We've got broken down vehicle 94 eastbound right about at 84th Street. It is off on the left shoulder, luckily, so you should be able to get past it, but just something to keep in mind if you're heading through there. Southbound 43, backing up from Good Hope Road down towards Bender Road, and then a little bit from North Avenue down to about Fond du Lac Avenue and again through the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $200 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers wrapped up the preseason with a 20-9 win over the Seattle Seahawks on Saturday. 2025 first-round draft pick Matthew Golden stole the show with an impressive 39-yard highlight catch. Here's what head coach Matt LaFleur had to say about Golden's progress throughout the preseason.
Yeah, I think he's done a nice job. I think he can help us in any capacity that we need him to. And he's a guy that he just works the right way. He comes in with the right mentality, the right attitude, and he just comes to work.
The Green and Gold now prepare for their Week 1 matchup on September 7th against the Detroit Lions.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby?
Welcome back into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Brad Nortman with that smooth, silky voice.
Silky smooth, baby.
There he is.
Yeah.
And Alex Stro holding it down on the ones and the twos, as always. What up, Alex?
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Why is it called the ones and the twos?
Because it's the board. You know, ficky, ones and the twos.
Ones and the twos.
And speaking of ones and the twos, there's a lot of ones and twos stepping and a lot of things going on at the wedding of Ben Brust. Now, for me, this was a 10 out of 10 wedding. I had a great time. It was very fun. Band, live music. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And there's a lot of stories to tell from it, whether it's the speech of the best man, which was supposed to be 5 minutes, and he went double that plus 2 minutes by going 12 minutes, and he eviscerated. And I say eviscerated. He eviscerated.
It was the roast of Ben Brust.
Oh, it was a top 10 out of 10. Now, guess what? The fiance, now wife, wasn't too pleased with it.
Is that true?
That is true. So yesterday on Sunday Karma with Craig Carmazin, Craig texted his wife and said, hey, which was worse? Was it the speech, the 12-minute speech that eviscerated Ben Brust and exposed him to her family? Or was it Craig Carmazin and Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike 5 to 9 on ESPN Madison, 5 to 7 right here on ESPN Milwaukee? Was it them coming in 20 minutes late to the wedding? The wedding started at 4, and they showed up at 4:20.
That was crazy.
That was uncomfortable. And they sat right behind me.
And whoa. So they went all the way across? Yeah, the parting of the Red Sea at this church. I came in.
It was a strange setup.
It was oddly constructed.
I got there at 3:56, and I text you fellas on the way. I said, "Man, listen, I ran in traffic. Listen, I had to do the Milwaukee slide where I got into the right lane and zoomed past everybody. So I got in the turning lane to beat the traffic.
You did.
I had to. I was out in the country. I was nervous.
You
I was
texted
nervous.
us that you might be walking in with the bride.
Yeah, I was very nervous because I ran into some traffic and construction, and so I ended up getting there in time. But I got there at 3:56, and I walk in. And typically when you walk into a church, you walk down the aisle and you can look left and look right, and you can see the altar, but there's a lot of steps to it. This church is literally the aisle, the altar is right there. There is no aisle. There's the altar. And you either go left or you go right. And I'm trying to figure out which side is which. And so I just was like, it's 3:58 now. And I go left and I see Maggie, who works with us. She points that way. And so I turn around, I go this way, and I find Bradley Nortman in the back. It was so much
What's
pressure.
crazy, too, is you're describing going left or right, but most of the time the pews are all looking forward.
Yeah.
This was split down the middle, and the pews were looking at one another.
Yeah, so they're looking
toward
at
the middle.
you.
So Stro made a declaration about his friendship with Ben Brust, and he went to the wife's side. The only way I could take it is it was a personal shot at Ben Brust to go to.
It was a personal shot. The ushers just didn't do their job.
Oh,
yeah,
my
the
gosh.
The ushers
were awful.
When I walked in 10 minutes ahead of time, they were having their own chat. And I grabbed my own program. And
Yeah, us too.
And I said, groom on the right? And they turned and looked at me. Yeah. And they went back to their conversation.
I don't think they knew their role because I was about to turn back around and ask them because they didn't say anything.
Yeah, they didn't say anything to me, and I knew people on the left side, which happened to be the bride's side. It was husbands of people we work with who had roles within the wedding. But I knew who they were, so I was like, oh, we'll go sit by them. And then when there was, right before you walked in, Kyle, they said to me, hey, just so you know, you're on the bride's side. I said, oh. And then I saw Brad walk in, and he went to the groom's side. And I texted Brad, and I said, I think I'm messed up, but I can't move.
Why didn't you move? You had time.
Not really, though. It was uncomfortable, and
it was very uncomfortable walking. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was a tough walking.
I was nervous, and I was the only brother there, and so I guess me and TC. But I was like, oh crap, I'm coming in late. I don't want to ruffle feathers. I already stand like a sore thumb. So I'm just like, I don't know where to go. But there was also a lot of other things, the dancing and the party, and of course the wedding of Ben Brust, which should be about Ben Brust and his lovely wife now. But Alex Stro said a comment to people over the weekends. He's going around telling people something. You know what he's telling everybody?
What's he saying?
I was the MVP, man. I was the MVP of that wedding. I'm telling you, I was getting down, boogieing out. I was the wedding.
So there's only two people that can crown an MVP. That's the bride or the groom. So did either the bride or the groom anoint you as MVP?
No, I believe the only comment made to me by the groom at the end of the wedding was, Stro, if you're drunk, go home.
That was probably factual.
That's a sign of a good night, though.
I texted him, I think, in a group chat with you guys yesterday. I had a terrific time on Friday.
Yeah.
It was a really fun wedding.
Can I say, I'm be honest with you.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just being honest. I had a good time. I danced. I had a good time. Me and baby girl, dropping down low, get low. Baby girl, get down low. That's why I love her, baby. We was getting a stroke and attest to it. We was having a good time because that's what I do. I was expecting more from Stro.
Really?
Because what Stro did.
From the MVP?
Yeah, the MVP. I was expecting him to get after it, but he was just, he danced. But he was just, the typical white guy dance.
I don't know how
right
to dance.
hand, left hand in the air. It's just, all it was move the hips right to left. You go on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube or ESPN Madison on YouTube. You'll see me. You just move right to left, and that's all he was doing. He was having a good time, but, that's all he was doing. His shirt wasn't undone.
My feet were moving.
Okay, maybe you lifted up the knees a little bit.
Now you're looking more
I mean, but it wasn't like he was, woo! The attention was not on Stro.
But
I
wait,
would say
what do you
Stro.
expect? Because I'll admit, I left at 10:15. I was there for an hour dancing, but then I left and went home.
I was shocked you stayed that long. And Brad didn't dance not once.
I was on the peripheral. I was on the fringe for a song.
Was it because Lexi wasn't there?
Lexi's not there. I'm not going to dance solo.
Okay.
I'm not going to dance solo.
Fair enough.
Lexi's too pregnant to go. That's why she didn't go. But I did see Stro dance a little bit, and I thought it was what I would expect out of a
white male,
stringy white guy.
Yeah. I mean, I was, but see,
you expected his personality to make him be some sort of outlandish dancer.
He didn't talk to people in the whole. We're going to tell you about what happened with Bo Ryan, but he He wasn't a social butterfly like usual. He wasn't going up to Frank the Tank and hey, Frank, how you doing?
I did talk to him.
Oh, when did you talk to Frank at the end?
I peed next to him in the bathroom.
Oh wow, he can see everything. He's tall.
He is huge. Wow,
yeah, he is taller than I
able to see over the dividers.
He is a giant man. One of the singers in the band made a comment at one point about Frank, about how she saw all the tall people and she thought that somebody was on somebody else's shoulders.
Yeah,
and I bet that's the best explanation of Frank Kaminsky ever.
Well, Jared Bergen was there too, and he's like 6'10" and a half.
We looked back from where the bar was to the dance floor, and it was literally like a sea of heads, and then like just two stilts coming out.
I'm typically the taller person at weddings. Like the wedding I was at on Saturday, I was the tallest person there.
Yeah, this was unusual.
I don't think I was in the top 10.
No, there was, and Frank's dad is huge too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of tall gentlemen, a lot of tall guys.
I thought I properly danced. I don't really know how to dance, so I guess that's probably
I was just expecting you to be the life of the party. Like Ben was the life of the party. He lived up to that.
He did great.
He did.
800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line where list is more. And we're reminiscing on the best moments from Ben's wedding. Make sure you watch and stream us live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Strofe thought he was the MVP.
My pit stains.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all bad. He thought he was the MVP of Ben Brust's wedding. We got more tells from the wedding coming up next. Keep it locked. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
He is now off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. You choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Get out this summer and experience Road America, America's national park of speed. Located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake, Road America is home to the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn circuit that's hosted the world's best since 1955. Camp on site all weekend, enjoy state fair-style food, and bring the family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult. Don't miss Arian's Art on Wheels, September 12th through the 14th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets now at roadamerica.com.
The only thing that tops our selection It's your savings discount liquor.
According to Time magazine, Gen Z is drinking 20% less alcohol than all previous generations. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Over our 65 years in business, we've stayed up on all the trends, where you'll always find 2,000 varieties of beer, 4,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. We now also stock over 100 varieties and growing of THCA, CBD, and Delta-9 non-alcoholic specialty-infused drinks. So whether you're experimenting with the latest wellness trend, or you just want something in your fridge that your college kid can call you cool for, come check out our expansive selection. And while you're at it, you do deserve that bottle of bourbon. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
And visit us online at discountliquorinc.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Life's better when you're under one roof, and you can do it all with American Family Insurance. Feeling protected can help fuel your confidence. Yes, fuel your confidence to dream fearlessly. And with American Family Insurance, you can bundle homeowners policy with the car policy as well, and it is so easy. All you have to do is go to amfam.com. Here, I'm going to type it in right now. amfam.com. Voila. Look to your right. You see get a quote. All you got to do is click get a quote, and you can get a quote just like that, or you can find an agent near you. Visit amfam.com today. That is amfam.com today. It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on the award-winning ESPN Milwaukee, in the award-winning ESPN Madison, in the award-winning ESPN Beaver Dam. I like that there, Stro. We are award-winning. We're great here.
We won some awards.
We sure did. We won the best radio show in Wisconsin here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. But we're talking about the great wedding of our boy Benjamin Brust in 800-990-3776. What are you talking about? We're award-winning here. 800-990-3776, the Carbless talking text line where lists is more. Joe and Madison, you got questions about people dropping to their boxers.
That's right. I was just wondering how the boxer dance went. Did it stay PG or did it get more risque?
Well, so they were very excited for the song to come on, for Piano Man to come on, and there were children there. And I would say it was a little bit risque. I felt like I needed to cover my eyes. Because I'm telling you, I've never seen so many men drop their pants at one time. And when I say Alex Stro was so excited to drop his pants go grab yes, Stro, you were smiling ear to ear. You didn't even know the guys you were just rocking back and forth with.
Stro, so here's the question. Did you get dressed for that wedding and put thought into your underwear for that moment?
It's a terrific question because the answer is yes.
Oh, of course.
The answer is yes. I had to wear... I didn't want there to be a bump, if you know what I'm saying. So I wore looser underwear.
This is crazy. This tradition is crazy. I talked to my mom about this, and she said...
You're the first person to ask me that question. The answer is yes.
She told me, Kyle, you better not have took your pants off and did that in front of all them people.
So
I said,
for
Mama,
those of you that aren't aware,
why is this a thing?
So it's a Wisconsin basketball tradition where the bride and groom dance in the middle, and Ben wore underwear. His pants were down. He was dancing with his bride, and then everybody circled up with their pants down.
Is it only guys around the circle?
I think it was only guys. I guess
Yes, it was only men. It was only men around the circle. And it was inside was his fiance, and at the end they all mobbed his fiance, which
I did not participate in.
Yes, he did. Stro participated in everything. Everything. He felt like he was one of the guys.
MVP
for once.
Activity.
I guess so. If you got MVP for that, then well deserved, my friend. But this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Coming up next on ESPN Madison is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Coming up next on ESPN Beaver Dam is, to me, the best damn sports show. But when we come back, we got to continue the conversation, not only talking about weddings, but Brad's voice is back. I'm going to read some of your texts at the Carbless Talking text line, and we'll continue talking about the Green Bay Packers and their poor preseason performance. But Piano Man, take them out.
Southbound 41 is going to be a slow one from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Burleigh. Northbound is backing up from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol Drive. Eastbound 94, you're seeing delays from 84th Street to about Hawley Road. The westbound side's backed up from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And then southbound 43, a pocket of heavy traffic before Good Hope Road down to about Bender. Then from Keefe down to Locust. And then from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette to the KK River Crossing. Traffic is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. Traffic is brought to you by Dickentrout Heating and Cooling, now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Join a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. Apply today at dickentrout.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
I'm living the life that I lived before I started having knee pain 10 years ago.
Meet Julie, a woman who makes the most of every moment in life. But over the last years, those moments were filled with agonizing pain until she discovered QC Kinetics.
Finally, the pain got so bad that people around me are like, oh, when are you getting your knee replaced? I was walking, hobbling. I listened to my last QC Kinetics commercial and I said, I'm done. I got to find out about this.
What Julie found out was that QC Kinetics treats pain associated with osteoarthritis with regenerative therapies, taking your body's own healing properties and concentrating them in the areas where you feel pain, helping heal and restore those damaged areas. No harmful steroid surgery or downtime.
It changed how I'm living. I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
Get back your life before the pain. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN with my new and improved voice, KBN Nation.
Yeah, from the diaphragm.
Even that, woo! I couldn't do that a week ago.
You couldn't. Oh,
3
wow.
weeks ago, really. I can go much higher with my pitch, Kyle.
Did she allow for you to, did your speech therapist, Bradley Nortman, allow for you to yell like that?
She said just be delicate. Make sure you pull from your diaphragm. I'm nice and warmed up.
I still don't know what that means.
I have my humidifier. What do you mean you know what that means?
It's not a sing
pull from
there.
the diaphragm?
Yeah. Take
all
a
the way
deep breath.
down.
Okay, it's amazing, Stro, for all of his talking, he hasn't had more issues. You're kind of a chest breather, too.
How do you know that?
It's like I could kind of see your chest raise up and down. See, I was breathing in through my chest as well.
You got to get from the belly.
It's a shallower pool by which to pull from. But if you breathe in through your diaphragm, think
your
about
belly,
pushing out your belly.
Ooh,
you feel a lot of air in there.
Yeah,
push
a lot
that
of
air
out.
out.
A lot of air and fat.
Steadily. The air and fat. Air and fat.
Sure got skin and bones inside there.
That's how a body is composed.
Well, I mean, also some
there's other
fat.
things in there too.
Yeah,
organs and such.
You're missing some fats. Organs, indeed. But yes, Strofe.
I have all of those.
Speaking about things inside a body, I feel like I'm dealing with something. It's called Couvade syndrome. You guys familiar with this?
I don't know what Couvade is.
I don't know what Couvade syndrome is.
It's French, and it's when the non-pregnant partner is having the pregnancy symptoms as well.
Oh no, Brad! You Mr. Mom now.
It's true. I am. The last 2
Fat
weeks
Brad or what?
have been. It is. I'm in my Fat Brad stage. What's funny is
you have urges to eat stuff?
I've been eating a lot, Kyle. Like you said, I couldn't lift for the first 7 days of my thing. I felt more fatigued, and I told this to Lexi, and I said, I think I have pregnancy symptoms.
Oh, what did she laugh?
And she was not happy hearing that. We looked up. It's a real thing. Look at Couvet syndrome. It's basic. Couvet is French for it's the term that means a hen sitting on an egg. Is what it means. But it means when like the partner experiences fatigue and hunger cravings and all that kind of stuff, just like the pregnant spouse. And this came into fruition. We're talking about Ben's wedding. I have a favorite suit. Okay, I have a favorite suit. It's light blue. I was going to wear it to the wedding.
Your suit you had was very nice, by the way.
Thank you. That's my more loose fitting suit.
It wasn't light blue.
It wasn't light blue.
Gray.
I tried on my light blue suit.
No.
I couldn't button it.
No.
I couldn't button it.
You couldn't button the pants?
I couldn't button it. I could really try to
thickums.
do it, and it was like muffin top-esque. And I was like, I'm gonna split my pants. I'm gonna split my pants if I go to this wedding.
Nortman.
So the diet has been all off. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Wait, you put on that much weight in 2.5 weeks?
I am heavier than when I was fat shamed by the Jaguars.
Dang!
And I know that because I've had to go to doctor's appointments, and they weigh me in every time.
So how much weight have you gained in 2.5 weeks?
Well, I don't know when this weight gain started. It could be all pregnancy.
Wait. But
my normal weight,
yeah.
my normal weight's like 210, 212.
Oh, man, I remember I was 210, 212, and I'm a lot shorter than you.
Do you know who I am now?
Normally 210, 212?
Yeah. What do you think I am right now?
Oh, my gosh. You're not 228, are you?
I'm exactly 228.
Oh, buddy.
And Lexi said you might as well just go to 230.
Buddy.
Dude, that's 18 pounds.
Buddy, you're a tank.
I'm not fitting in my suits anymore.
You're a
I'm
tank.
pregnant. I'm Couvet pregnant.
Oh, he's Arnold Schwarzenegger from Mr. Mom. Oh, my gosh.
I am. I'm dealing with it just like Lexi.
Oh, my gosh. You struck a chord. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line where less is more. Bradley Nortman has been Couvet, which means sitting on a hen.
A hen sitting on an egg.
A hen sitting on an egg.
Couvet syndrome.
And the syndrome means you're eating like your pregnant wife. You're getting all her urges as well. And Bradley Nortman has put on 18 pounds during the pregnancy of his wife. Yeah. Our healthy Brad all of a sudden is becoming fat Brad. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. But Brad, you're not alone because John in Milwaukee, he knows a little bit something about pregnancy tendencies.
Oh.
Brad, first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Secondly, my daughter is almost 24 years old. All right. So in 2001, my wife was pregnant with our first child, and I would routinely talk about being half pregnant. And my wife and everybody I know ripped me for it. And as it turns out, they're just fearing the things they don't understand. All right. I think history and you have vindicated me, and I thank you for that.
You are indeed vindicated because I'm as crazy as they come when it comes to eating and all that kind of stuff. And look at me now.
You don't look like
apart.
You put on 20 pounds.
I'm wearing very loose clothing. I'm wearing sweatpant-like shorts. There are some shorts that are like athletic shorts that the draw, it's usually pretty tight. It's too tight. It's too tight.
So what does Lexi like more? Does she like pregnant Brad or non-pregnant Brad?
I think she likes pregnant Brad now because it's something we can have in common.
Yeah.
You know, we're both gaining weight. Hers is good weight. Mine's not good weight. We're both enjoying.
Hers is gonna come
when
off.
she has a pregnancy craving, I can dive right in. But yeah, I think she likes me a little bit more husky.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with husky now. Ain't nothing wrong with a little, something to tug for the rub, for the loving. But I knew you were in trouble. And I'm going to tell you this, Brad, is that because a lot of times especially you, but a lot of times when people's significant others, their wives get pregnant, obviously the wife is not supposed to drink any alcohol, right? And I asked Brad one time about drinking. He said, oh no, I can still drink all the carbs that I want to drink. I said, so Brad's not in it with her. So obviously Brad was going to say, I'm going to let loose as much as I want to. And I guess you're now wearing that weight, Bradley.
Weight gain, fatigue, physical discomfort, all things of Couvet syndrome that the non-pregnant partners experience. and I'm playing through it right now. I have voice surgery. I've got Couvet syndrome. I'm just playing through it, boys. Through it.
I'm very nervous for myself because let me tell you, I'm gonna get Couvet,
dude.
I'm gonna get Couvet. I'm gonna be 200 pounds again.
It's it's very easy to fall into it.
And you got to
especially
give them
when-
whatever they want when they're hungry.
What's that?
They just say the baby wants it, so they got to have it.
Yeah, basically. I mean, and it literally takes a lot of calories to grow a human, especially right now. The baby's growing like half a pound a week.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy? So it's going to be so hard to undo this because when I came out of obviously not working out for a week, I tried to like run a mile on the treadmill. And boy, I was huffing, walking upstairs, starting to like, whoa, there's a little bit of breath in my lungs.
Breathe from the diaphragm.
Whoa, breathe from the diaphragm is right. So yeah, I'm going to have to, I'm trying, at this point, here's what I've decided. I'm just going to lean in. I'm just going to lean in until baby Nortman shows up, and then we'll try to lose this weight together.
You can't set a bad example for baby Nortman. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talking text line where Liz is more. I'm Kyle Walls. He's Brad Nortman. He's Alex Stroff, and this is Kyle Brust and Nortman. Ben Brust is celebrating his brand new marriage, but Bradley Nortman right now is suffering with his wife is pregnant, and now he's suffering with his own urges, and he said he has pregnant women tendencies. He has the Cuvée syndrome, and we're trying to see, can anyone relate to Bradley Nortman? Again, 800-990-3776, the Carbless talk and text line. And Stevie Sports Car said, Bradley, you are confusing Cuvée with old age. Ball game is over for you, pal.
Oh, wow. Just like that? I'm turning 36 in a couple weeks here. You're saying that it's over?
It's over, buddy.
It's over for me.
You're over the hill.
Man.
You're over the hill.
I can see why, like, let's just put it this way. Remember how a couple weeks ago I had that sugar drink, right? Because Lexi had their gestational diabetes test, was going to have 50 grams of sugar. So I, out of solidarity, drank with her.
Can't believe you did that.
Maybe I trace that back to that moment. That moment, something changed in me physiologically, biologically, and hormonally, where it's been cascading to that point.
Your body probably didn't know what was happening, and they can't get the fat off.
No, it can't.
Get the fat off.
It's changed my biologics.
Also on the talking text line, Carbless talking text line, where Liz is more. Cameron said, my grandfather used to get morning sickness, and they had 8 kids. So he had the morning sickness right there with her.
That's crazy.
That's locked in right there.
At least I'm having the good symptoms. I'm sleeping kind of well, taking naps with Lexi when I can, eating plenty.
Just let me know. Just let me know I'm getting fat.
Kyle, wait till baby girl's pregnant.
I'm blow up. I'm going to be like 230 right there with you, Brad. I was 223 about 6 years ago. So
yeah,
I don't look forward to that. I look at pictures and say, dang, y'all just let me walk around with that.
What do you expect? What do you think? Are you giving me permission to call you out?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you see my chest growing, my cheeks growing, looking like a damn chipmunk, say something. No, a real friend, speak up. We gonna hurt my feelings? No, you trying to make? Yeah, I'm not trying to be like that. Ain't nothing wrong with being big, but I'm just saying, I like being slender.
Did you notice anything about me, or I look the same?
I didn't really notice, but you got on big clothes.
That's true.
You wearing 2X instead of large.
Continuing to wear.
How am I supposed to know? 800-990-3776, the Carbless talk and text line. Randy in the dump truck. He has some beef with you, Brad.
Hey guys. Brad, welcome back.
Thanks,
I'm
Randy.
glad you're all right. Now that the niceties are out of the picture here, why did you guys go home so early at that wedding? Are you babies?
Well, Randy,
why'd you go home so
That's a
early,
good
Bradley?
question. That's a good question. I'm not proud of it necessarily. Strofe and Kyle stayed till midnight. Listen, as much fun as I had with these two guys and celebrating Ben and his new wife.
Maybe it is old age.
It's 9:45 hit. I got pretty tired.
You can't keep up.
I can't dance with Lexi. I'd be dancing out there solo, looking like a fool.
The music was hitting.
I was just like, my place in this setting has ended. That's just what it came down to. I'd always look when I get in my 20s, look at the older people.
Yeah.
That they're sitting back by the bar and they're having maybe a nice bourbon or something. That's the sophisticated, distinguished people at the wedding. And then they would leave early. I never quite understood that. I was like, well, you're leaving for the best part. Without Lexi there to really drag me onto the dance floor, bring out the party animal in me, I was just like, you know what? I've done my job here. Nothing more that I can add to this situation.
Yeah.
Am I soft because of that?
Party pooper mentality.
Am I soft?
No. You're old. But also your wife is pregnant with your first child, and she's very, very pregnant. She's due anytime, right?
She is.
And so
But maybe the alternative could have been, maybe I could have used that as a Brad night out. Maybe
true.
I should have taken advantage because I'm not going to get many of those in the next couple months.
You're definitely. I mean, listen, your life is changing for the better.
You guys. Why didn't you guys convince me to stay longer?
I'm a sucker.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Strofe was talking your ear
What
off.
did you say to me that you said that would elicit me to stay longer?
Why are you leaving?
I've got a pregnant wife at home though, Strofe.
And she'd want you to party.
Does Strofe talk too much at weddings? Can I ask you that? Because
I did talk to Brad.
Oh my gosh, Dua Lipa came on, and he missed it. I was like, "Where's Strofe? Where's Strofe? I'm looking for Strofe, and he's in the back." I was
talking to Brad.
We were chatting.
I missed him. I hadn't seen him in 3
You were
weeks.
gonna see him today.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen him in 3 weeks at that point.
Okay, well, Brad.
I will say
that's my guy.
Strofe. Shout out to Alex Strofe.
Okay.
We're at our table together. It's Kyle and baby girl. It's Strofe and his girlfriend. It's TC. It's Brian D and his wife. And no Lexi, obviously, because she's super pregnant and it was just, that's not in the cards. We took a picture of the table, a selfie by the hands of Alex Strofe, and he sent it right off to Lexi.
He did.
And she was so happy with that.
Oh,
so
good.
thank
I'm
you for
glad.
sending that.
You did. Yeah, Alex Strofe.
Very thoughtful.
I'm glad
he's
didn't talk
grabbing
my
the
ear
bride
off.
to dance with her. He's sending my wife pictures. Strofe just cozies up with the ladies.
Oh wow. Well,
I don't know if I like the phrasing on that, but hey, I'll take it.
I don't know if I should be mad that you haven't cozy. Well, I guess you did talk.
He called
her
baby girl's eyes beautiful.
I mean, she does have beautiful
You
eyes.
have a problem now that I think about
I
it.
had the luxury of sitting next to baby girl at the wedding.
You were sitting next to her at the wedding.
Was I not? She was to my right, wasn't
yeah, she was. She was very close because I was up.
Were you able to observe her eyes more?
I was. Beautiful eyes.
She does have great eyes, Kyle. Beautiful,
Thank
some
you.
might say.
I mean, that's why I'm marrying her. So.
And then later, I also saw why you were marrying her. You two on the dance floor, man. I mean, it was like a high school prom up in there.
I tell you,
Really?
Those two.
No, wait, are you serious?
Lack of a better term, they were dropping ass.
Yeah, yeah. I got low. They played Lil Jon. Ben was rapping Lil Jon.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ben was
bend over to
rapping
the
at one
flow.
point?
Yeah,
It was
touch
crazy.
the flow. What we supposed? It said bend over to the flow, touch the flow, bend that thing up an hour.
Bend over to the floor, touch your toes.
Touch the toes. Get low, get low. That's what the song said.
Did you touch your toes?
Hell yeah. I got a video of me touching my toes. I touched my toes. She touched her toes, you know.
We got home that night, and my girlfriend said to me, she said, "Wow, Kyle and baby girl, like they were really shaking it."
Yeah,
Man.
we got something to shake you, shake it. You know what I'm saying? You got something to shake you, shake it. Trust me, the Walls
respect
household
that.
is tick, baby. We
I did
tick.
too, for the record.
I mean,
this was not a judgmental statement. It was
a beautiful thing.
No,
I didn't anticipate it.
Yeah, I'm saying nobody else. I was actually upset that nobody else is dropping it low. I said, what in the hell is going on? Ain't nobody twerking, shaking behind?
It's very millennial of you. Like,
well, it was a millennial wedding.
That's what you do at high school proms.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this
High
right
school
now.
prom. Now that's
where you
such
shake-
a
that's where you
specific.
shake your butt, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Come next summer, you're gonna see a lot of rump shaking at my
But
wedding.
what would you do in songs that did not promote rump shaking?
You just move, you
know?
dance, you groove to it.
You still shake the rump.
Yeah,
still shake the rump?
Yeah, you shake what your mama
Like, what
gave
if they
you.
play? I guess I'm trying to think of a song that would not be a rump shaking song. I think they played like "My Girl." Did you shake your rump during "My Girl"?
No, I just sang.
It's a good song.
I
to
actually
sing
have
to.
breaking news.
Uh-oh.
The Trey Hendrickson pipe dream is over.
Oh, where'd he get traded to?
He didn't get traded.
They signed
The
him?
Bengals are closing in on an agreement with the NFL sack leader Trey Hendrickson. That, according to Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero, he will be one of the highest paid defenders in 2025. But it sounds like it'll be a 1-year deal.
I ain't mad at that. Not
He'll be
mad
free
at
agent
that.
next year, Kyle.
He would be. I mean, he'll be
32. Yeah,
Pipe dream. He's way over the hill.
You're so right, because we talked about this with Terry McLaurin and how it just all, eventually they figure it out. They figure it out. Anyway, what else that you can figure out, if you haven't already figured out, is how great Bank 5-9 is. Bank 5-9 has just been named, again, the top workplace for 16 straight years, and they've won the prestigious Community Choice Award as being the best bank in the Milwaukee area. I'm not surprised personally. I know them. I know them from the top down. They have great products and services, but what separates them truly is their mission of making lives better. Community giving, volunteerism, the life of their employees, their customers. They're making lives better all across southeastern Wisconsin, and you have the opportunity to make your life a little bit better with Bank 5-9. Bank 5-9 making lives better all across southeastern Wisconsin. So if you want to see how they can make your life a little bit better with all their financial services, then you can check them out, give them a call, or visit your local bank, because they are that true local community bank that is making lives better. Check out bank59.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
It's been a real fun show today. No Ben Brust as he celebrates his wedding, and we're recapping everything we saw from his wedding, but not everything in the weekend was so rosy. Is it a time to panic with the Milwaukee Brewers losing 5 of their last 7? We'll talk about that coming up more. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Milwaukee.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
He's
Kyle,
high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be popped.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound 43, we are seeing a little bit of a backup from Good Hope Road down towards Bender Road, and then again from Capitol all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. Southbound 41, also seeing backups from just before Appleton Avenue down past Capitol. Northbound slowing from north of Watertown Plank Road up to Capitol. And then eastbound 94, you're slowing down from 84th Street to Hawley Road and again through the stadium. The westbound side is tightening up from 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Get your golf fix every Tuesday night at 6 with On the Tee.
Like, Spieth is probably going to, embarrass me at some point. The hell do you know? Shut up and carry the bag.
Join Gabe Neitzel and Stephen Watson as they dissect all things pro golf and tell the tales of their own golfing journeys in Wisconsin.
I think it's golf in its purest form, and I think it should bookend the golf season.
Go On the Tee with Gabe and Stephen, sponsored by Majestic Oaks at Lake Lawn Resort and Gruber Law Offices. Tuesday nights at 6 on 94.5 ESPN and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Grand slams and walk-offs. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon by now, what are you waiting for? Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's very own national champions. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows? Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal & Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal & Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal & Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal & Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Now stop. Oh, then wiggle with it. Yeah. Stop. Oh, then wiggle with it. Yeah. Stop. Oh, then wiggle with it. Yeah. Stop. Oh, then wiggle with it.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on ESPN Milwaukee. Welcome back, Bradley Nortman. This song brings back great memories. Great memories, because from the window to the walls, baby, we was dancing all night long at the wedding of Ben Brust. Ben Brust is out celebrating his great wedding and his great honeymoon, but do not fear, Bradley Nortman is here.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
It is great to be back, Brad, but something, since you started talking, something bad has happened for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh.
Started
talking.
Well, since you got your old voice back, all of a sudden the Brewers are playing like they played back when your voice went bad.
They have been struggling. I'll take a little bit of ownership of that.
They have 100% been struggling, and with these recent struggles of the Milwaukee Brewers, does this make you nervous? Are you now panicking with the Milwaukee Brewers losing these games? As we talked about it last week, we said no, they weren't peaking too early, but at this point, blown saves. Not enough clutch hits. No big 14-run, 15-run games.
I believe I said in the first winning streak, when they didn't get the 12 games to get the burgers, I said, I'm glad they didn't get it because it leaves them a little bit more, meat on the bone to leave something unaccomplished for the postseason. Now, not that I'm saying that I wish they didn't get the burgers the other time, but there is a general regression of the mean that I think is occurring right now for this Milwaukee Brewer team, which makes sense, right? Because the pace at which they were running, there was something like 25-4 over a certain 30 games. It was an absolutely incredible stretch, and it was a collective high level of play from everybody on the team. Now, I'm not panicking. They're still the best team in baseball. I still like their chances for the World Series, and I still have all the optimism before. This was bound to happen. It was inevitable for this team to actually go through some tough games and lose like they are right now. However, the one thing that's a little concerning to me as I look around this team is I think we can all agree during this last stretch from early June until now, they've been playing at a rate that is higher than what we expected out of everybody, right? That goes from, Bryce Terang, Sal Frelick, even, William Contreras recently with hitting with great balls, and of course, Andrew Vaughn. And my fear is, once you get in the playoffs, first of all, it can come and go quickly. It doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. If you got a bad series just like that, it could all go away.
Yeah, you have a bad week like they had last week. That's going to be sad.
This team has been playing A baseball, no doubt about it, A+ baseball particularly. My only concern is if you run into a team like the Phillies or the Dodgers, their B baseball is as good as most teams' A baseball. That includes the Brewers. So as long as this team plays at the rate, generally speaking, what they've been doing over the last 2 months, I feel great about them in the World Series. However, right now, I think they're experiencing a little bit of regression to the mean, and that's something they got to shake out of before the postseason because those series can go south pretty quickly, as we've experienced as Brewer fans over the last several years. So not panicking. I'm okay. I just hope that they can return to the clip that they were playing at because that's what they're going to need in order to actually make a true World Series run.
Yeah, so, I'm not concerned. I'm not panicking whatsoever because, like you just said, there's going to be ups and downs with this baseball season. But the one thing that can be concerning, and we talked about it even at the trade deadline, is that the Milwaukee Brewers are clearly a great baseball team, like a phenomenal baseball team. But the one thing they're missing is they're missing a lot of clutch bats and playoff experience. Now, they got some guys from last year. Even Jackson Churio made the most of his playoff experience. He was a stud last year during the playoffs. But do you have enough guys that you can depend on in that moment? When you're talking about closers, Stro and I were talking upstairs in our kitchen today. I still believe in Trevor McGill, but has Trevor McGill been in a tight leverage situation in a playoff game to put a team away? We saw what happened with Devin Williams last year, and he has not recovered from that trauma of giving up that lead last year against the New York Mets. Trevor McGill has struggled. He can't find his curveball right now, and that's hurting the Milwaukee Brewers. If he can't recover, the Milwaukee Brewers are in big trouble, and then offensive output has not been great the last week. Since Tuesday, the Brewers haven't scored more than 4 runs in a game. This is a baseball team that was scoring 7 runs, that was scoring 8 runs, that scored 12 runs and 14 runs. Like, they were putting up a lot of runs and winning close games, but they have not been able to keep that momentum up. So I'm not concerned about the Milwaukee Brewers, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't feel like we weren't the juggernaut that I felt we were all of a week and a half ago.
Well, and all of this is quite fragile, right? Because whether it's a postseason run to the World Series, and we even saw it, I think 2 years ago, the Dodgers, before they won it last year, 2 years ago, they were the bona fide one of the best teams in baseball, and they just caught a hot team, which I forget who they were 2 years ago.
Arizona Diamondbacks?
It might have been the Diamondbacks. They just caught a hot team, and just like that, I believe even in 3 or 4 games, they were out. So you look at this and you just say, even a division lead against the Cubs. At one point, it was a 9-game lead. It's down to 5 now.
Uh-oh, you get nervous, Brad.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous.
It's fine.
Wait a minute. Strof nervous. Strof is nervous. He said, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not nervous.
You say it like you're nervous,
But there's chinks in the armor a little bit.
I am not worried about the division. I still think that's done deal. Brewers certainly have some tough series coming up. Not this week. They have the Diamondbacks this week, but they've got the Phillies left on the schedule. The Reds have been hot. I think they have them twice. Yeah, they have the Blue Jays coming up next week. So they certainly have some challenges. The point you made, Kyle, is the point I am the most concerned about, if I have any concern, and it is Trevor McGill. 3 of his last 4 appearances have been blown saves. I don't know if he needs a mental break. I don't know if we need to adjust something, because I still think come October, that's your guy in the 9th inning. But is there a week or two here where you flip him and Abner Uribe, who's been very solid for them? Uribe got into a little trouble this weekend, yesterday, but he shimmied and skipped his way off the field.
Got out of it.
But I don't know if that is something that Pat Murphy might consider here.
No way. Abner's not mature enough for that yet. He's not. It's easy when it's the 8th inning. When it's the 9th inning. When
he says.
No, I mean, I'm just saying mentally, right? Like, it's one thing, all right, Brad, having a punt, and punting is so different, but field goal kicking, having a punt, when you're to tie the game versus to win the game, or, it's probably 2 different feelings, or having a punt with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter versus 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of different pressures that you feel.
Yeah, there's a different tightness for sure. And, everyone tries to neutralize it, make it feel like the same kick, the same throw, no matter what it is. But you'd be lying if you say you weren't human and didn't feel that pressure. Now, the question is, how do you allow him to work through it so that in the postseason it's the all-star level Trevor McGill? Most guys would say, I want to pitch through this. I totally get what you mean, Strofe, about maybe a mental break, or, it's a long season, Major League Baseball, so maybe he does need a little bit of a break. But most guys prefer to just play right through it, right? Because if you're a little bit off, if your timing's a little bit screwy, if you don't have a couple of the pitches in your arsenal that feel great, most guys prefer not to just rest. They want to pitch through that. So I think the more
you can't pitch through it when you're losing.
Yeah, but the more you can get Miguel out there, the better, because you need him for the postseason, right? I think we all agree the Brewers in some capacity are going to make the playoffs, and so that's when you need those guys to do well. It's sort of going back to my point about offensive output. Look, there's going to be a regression to the mean. That's okay. But we need to find the magic. You need to find the bat on ball and the totality of the team to take that collective step forward, not just a couple guys to rely on. So I think if you're McGill, you let him pitch through it. You let him find his rhythm again so that by September he's back in it. And hopefully this is just a little bit of a blip from the offensive output standpoint, and we can return back to the mid-July and early August crushing it on the plate like that we've seen before.
I think it's so essential, Brad, for this baseball team to be the best baseball team in the major leagues, and more so the NL. I mean, I really don't care about the AL. If they get it, they get it. But for to be the best team in baseball, because what I saw yesterday, right, with this crowd, and we know this crowd has been fantastic. We know how great Milwaukee fans are. If you're in a position to potentially have home field advantage throughout the whole NL, playoff series, then you got to take that, right? Because that momentum, and you talked about Abner Uribe yesterday, Strofe, and I don't know if you saw it too, Brad. Yesterday, when the crowd got loud, Abner got hyped up. You can just see that energy flowing through him and going through him. And I feel like a lot of guys on this team also feed off that type of energy. And so being able to have home field advantage to the playoffs can help neutralize. How about neutralizing? Make the guys feel a little more comfortable at home. So that's something I think the Milwaukee Brewers are still playing for. So you're talking about him pitching through it. Sure, he can pitch through it, but the Brewers still got 2 things that they got to get during the regular season. That's winning the NL Central, and that's getting the best record in the NL as well before they can focus on the next thing. And you can't have a guy blowing saves to do that.
No, you're right. You're exactly right. And even as I was watching the Bob Uker Celebration of Light tribute, you went through some of the marquee moments. And the marquee moments that in my lifetime I can think of started in 2008 with CC Sabathia, and then 2011, 2018. So many of those postseason moments happened at then Miller Park, now American Family Field. And there is something about playing at home. There's something about that ballpark specifically, right? Maybe you close the roof. It gets loud. The Brewers love playing in front of our home fans. They really do. There's a different level of hype, and there's a comfort level, and I think it's a ballpark that's well-suited for this team. Both, yes, like motivation and hype, but also the way they play baseball. So it is, I agree with you. In other sports, like football, when you get one game home field advantage, that is absolutely critical. Basketball, maybe you could debate how important it is, but with this team in baseball, to have home field advantage, to get that extra home game, I think it's critical.
A tribute to Bob Uker took place yesterday. We'll recap that and also go through some of your texts on the Carbless Talking text line, welcoming Brad back and reacting to the voice of Bradley Nortman. No more raspy, Brad. Just going through puberty, Brad, here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Keep it locked. Before we go, though, you already know what it is, y'all. If you're feeling the heat, right now it's getting a little cool, but if you're feeling the heat during this summer, I want you to stay cool, right? And I don't want your AC blasting too much, jacking up your energy bills. If your windows aren't the windows that you want or the windows that you deserve or the windows that you need, I have the perfect solution for you. It is called Universal Windows Direct. And right now with Universal Windows Direct, you can buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And there's no limit. If you got 8 windows that need replacing, guess what? You only pay for 4. It is that simple. And here's the part I really love, KBN Nation. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. Yes, 0 interest for 5 whole years with Universal Windows Direct. Their windows are energy efficient and they're built to perform. They have super spacer technology, which helps keep the hot air out, the cool air in, and your home feeling consistently comfortable. So don't wait until the next heat wave or cold snap to remind yourself to call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or simply visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows. We'll have more coming next right here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl. Yeah. And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41. We've got some backups now coming in from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side slowing from Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol. Eastbound 94, watch for delays heading through from about Springdale Road through the Barker Road area, and then back on the brakes from 84th Street to Hawley Road. Westbound is backing up out of the Marquette all the way past Hawley Road, almost to 68th. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 53. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals, too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features, like watching 4 games at once in multi-view, your fantasy team updates live in-game, Sports Center customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. You gotta check it out. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app, like right now.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late-season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay-and-play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, and baby, even on our worst nights,
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Brad Nortman. Alex Stro holding it down. You can watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Make sure y'all give us a thumbs up and like, and make sure y'all give us a subscribe as we are on our road to 20,000. Yes, 20,000 of y'all subscribing to our incredible YouTube page at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Now, over the weekend, what the hell is so funny? What you laughing about, Bradley Nortman? What did Stro say in your ear?
Nothing.
No. Okay, we're gonna.
You set lofty goals, Kyle.
What do you mean? I said 10,000, and what happened? What happened, Strofe?
Yeah, took a minute, but we got there.
Yeah, we got there. Alex Strofe. I said 10,000, and see, Strofe ain't he's not a believer.
You don't think 15?
Of course I'm a believer, but you could go, hey, how about the road to 12K?
Yeah,
12K. What the heck? It's
15.
That's inevitable.
We're at 11K.
Yeah, we're at 11K. We'll literally be at 12K by the end of September. End of October.
So you're calling your shot at 20.
Yeah.
By when?
20. I mean, it's a road to 20K. One day we'll get at 20K. I don't know. I can't predict the future. You know, it'd be big time if we were able to partner with somebody who gave away $20,000.
No, that would be great.
That's an idea that I can't help with because I don't have $20,000.
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of our wonderful partners that we have here at ESPN Wisconsin and ESPN Milwaukee. But Strofe is just, don't let him make you laugh.
It was funny.
No, it wasn't funny.
It was funny.
I'm sure, he's left your goal. What about 15,000? How about we get to 12 before we get to 20?
20,000 of y'all rocking with us. And I go, we just hit 10K.
We're already at 11K. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But also, over the weekend, on Sunday yesterday, what an amazing, incredible tribute to Bob Uker in his legacy and being able to watch it and experience it. One thing for me, I was driving from work home. I decided to take 94 home. And to see the parking lot yesterday, and I left here probably about 12:40. Game didn't start to 1:10. But the festivities started at 12:30 and, celebrating the legacy and the life of Bob Uker. And it was so odd to see the parking lot completely packed to the brim. I mean, you're talking about the far lots over past the freeways, cars all the way lined up in the back. But here's the thing that was crazy, Brad. Not a soul outside. Everybody was inside. We are the city, and the Brewers are the team that everybody across the state that loves to tailgate before Brewers games. But to see the parking lot completely empty and everybody inside was a sight to see, and it showed you the impact that Bob Uker had on this city, this community, and the state of Wisconsin, and he is Mr. Baseball for a reason.
Well, it was surreal. We watched it at home, and I thought they did a great job, by the way. Just a beautiful picture of his life, and I thought he was well represented. And as you said, it seemed like everybody was just in their seats, taking it all in. No concession stands, no tailgating, just really showing respect for Bob Uker by everyone being in their seats. And two things struck me as I watched it. Number one was there just won't be another Bob Uker, right? He is probably, he's got to be the most beloved Wisconsin icon. And you think about that, that might be a strong statement, but the reality is all other sports figures, right? Sports icon, all other sports figures underwent some sort of loss, defeat. They went and they coached or played somewhere else. But Bob Uker was a Wisconsin guy. He stayed here. There's reports coming out that I guess I didn't even realize. I took Bob Uker for granted for all the opportunities he had. He could have went in the 90s to go be the Yankees play-by-play guy. He could have done TV. He could have done anything, right? But he chose to stay in Milwaukee. He chose to be the voice of the Brewers. And the 90s Brewers, Kyle, as we know, it's not this Brewers.
A bad
team.
With a capital B and a capital A and a capital D.
Bad team. So he chose to stay in Milwaukee, which is amazing. So he never had a loss, never had a defeat. He's a guy that he never had to play in the big game and necessarily lose when it comes to how we view Bob Uker and how beloved he is. And not only that, it made me think about this season even more. And even though there's something poetic maybe about the success this team has had in the wake of Bob Uker's passing, it's reminded me that this season just isn't quite complete. It's not completely fulfilling. It's not completely just fulfilling, I guess is the right word, without Bob Uker calling games and being there. Now, the folks that do over on WTMJ 620, they call a beautiful game, and they're awesome. Lane and Josh and all that, they're awesome, right? But Bob Uker was so unique that if this is the year they go to the World Series, and if this is the year they win, it won't be fully satisfying because of the void of the voice of Bob Uker.
Yeah, it's something that you really don't take it for granted, but, broadcasters, you're just so used to it. And growing up here in Wisconsin, the one thing that was so unique is I feel like we had a lot of great broadcasters, just a lot. Even with BA on TV, we had a lot of great guys, and you really don't realize there's other places that they're not as good. And Bob Uker having his legendary voice, to be able to hear him as a kid growing up, see my grandpa sitting in a chair listening to Bob Uker, and to be able to see him continue on his legacy until the day he died. I mean, even his last call was historic. That one had some sting on it. Even that's one
iconic.
That one is iconic.
Rough way.
Yeah, and the thing in that moment is a lot of us didn't understand why everybody was so teary-eyed, right? Like we knew everybody was sad, but we didn't realize that would be the last call that we heard of Bob Uker. So it's absolute legend and a fortunate to grow up in this state and love a baseball team that he broadcast for my entire life. So thank you to Bob Uker, and thank you more importantly to the Milwaukee Brewers and the team yesterday wearing those Uke jerseys. Uke on the back of their jersey, and those are being auctioned off for a great cause to support the society that he supports. So, I mean, I think it's just fantastic that the Milwaukee Brewers did that and just made an absolute sad day into a cause that would, help others. And that's exactly what Bob Uker would have wanted. So happy and proud that the Milwaukee Brewers did that and were able to buy memorabilia and so much to go towards organizations that he supported. But this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and we'll be joined by Brian Bulaga coming up next here on ESPN Milwaukee.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I?
No,
I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If you've started thinking about what to wear this fall, your timing is perfect because Macy's Fall Preview event has early deals on looks everyone will be wearing. Romantic dresses from BCBG and Avec Les Filles, Western-inspired boots and bags from Steve Madden, all 25% off. Plus, take 15 to 25% off fall beauty from Yves Saint Laurent, Estee Lauder, and Clinique. Don't wait. This fall preview won't be around for long. So come into Macy's today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Packers fans, your next quick trip run could score you the ultimate win. Cruising into tailgate season in a brand new Chevy Silverado RST, or blazing the trails on a new Polaris Sportsman 570, or grilling like an MVP with your new Pit Boss Ultimate Liftoff Griddle. Whoa, every dollar you spend at Quick Trip with Quick Rewards earns you a point in the Packers fan zone. So come in and get winning. No purchase necessary. Full details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here.
When you hear that music, you know what time it is. That means it's time for Brian Bulaga, future Packers Hall of Famer. Welcome in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Brian.
How we doing, guys?
We're doing great. No Benny Brust today, but we do have the one, the only, Bradley Nortman. Now, before Brad speaks, you recall what his voice sounded like before?
I did, yeah.
Kind of raspy, right?
A little bit.
All right. So what are you expecting post-surgery for him to sound like, Brian?
I mean, listen, I didn't have a problem with his voice before, but I mean, you know, I would imagine maybe a little bit stronger, maybe. I mean, that's about it.
All right. You ready for the moment of truth?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Brian, welcome into KBN. Good to have you in, and I've missed talking to you on a bi-weekly basis. What do you think of the new voice? I will say, before you answer, it's silky smooth. It feels strong.
Self-evaluating.
I kind of miss the raspy, gritty old voice, though.
Yeah, no, you sound great, though. I'll say that. You do sound fantastic. But like I said, I had no issue with your voice in the past. So, I mean, that's a personal choice, right? Like, that's all that is.
Brian.
So Brian's a good teammate.
Brian,
Brian's a good teammate.
He
He's
sounds like
me.
he's going through puberty, does he not?
Oh, he sounds great now. What are you talking about?
Even his own wife. Even his own wife said she liked the raspy voice. What did she say? The raspy voice gave you more.
Misses it sometimes.
She said it gave you more.
A little more testosterone.
Oh.
You don't need to answer that, Brian.
But Brian Bulaga, future Packers Hall of Famer, he's joining us before he joins the Homer Hour 5 to 6 right here on ESPN Milwaukee. Now, Brian, the preseason is over, and I just want to know, did we learn anything positive, or did we come up with more questions about this Green Bay Packers football team after the preseason?
I feel like it's like any preseason, right? I mean, I think there's a couple good stories that you walk out of there with, and I think at the end of the day, you kind of you know what you know about the team, and you expect kind of the storylines are what they are, right? Like, who's going to be the guys are going to be the guys, right? Depending on health, of course, right? Like, that's always the biggest issue is the health of the football team, but are there really any big surprises? I mean, Golden's the one, right? As a rookie, how he looks so far. Obviously, that's the biggest surprise, and how well he's taken to the offense and how well he's adapted to NFL speed and all that.
I do want to interject on that, because I'm very high on Matthew Golden, just like everybody else in Packer Nation. And you being a person that was right there with a lot of great wide receivers. And again, you've only got a small sample size. But what we've seen from Matthew Golden, do you think that's going to translate over to being a number one wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers this season?
Well, I think we have to. I think we have to understand that for him to be the true number one, right? Like, and have LaFleur start scheming everything around him, right? There's going to have to be some times in now regular season games where he has big time games, right? Like, I mean, the preseason and practice are one thing. Now he's going to have to go out and do this consistently in the regular season games. I'm not saying he can't, but to start to like shift an offense around a receiver like that we've seen the Packers do in the past, like we've seen it with Tay and Jordy Nelson and Greg Jennings, like we've seen the Packers do with true number ones. Those guys they earn those stripes, right? Like that's earned, and to have an offense kind of, or a passing game be evolved around you. So he's gonna have to go out there and show that and prove that. But how he's gone about his business this camp and preseason, there's a lot of positive signs that if it's not this year, he's going to make a huge impact this year. If it's not this year, it's going to be in the near future that he's going to be the number one guy. I mean, all the signs are there. The young man's a very, very talented player, and he's only going to get better. That's for sure.
Brian, do you have any concerns about particularly this offense, right? With Jordan Love injured, missing some reps, wide receivers injured, missing reps, to where the training camp and preseason games, even joint practices, there were very few times where everyone was together on the field to create that ever important timing and continuity. Do you share any concerns about, particularly starting the year with Detroit and Washington, that maybe the offense is going to start a little bit rusty and clunky?
Yeah, no, I do. That's the one thing I think when you're missing so many wideouts and you're missing your quarterback for, a prolonged time in camp. I mean, I get he was back in the 7v7 period, with the Seahawks, but that's not really much, right? You're missing live reps against the Seahawks in the 11-11 period and against the Colts in the 11-11 period in joint practice. When you're missing those reps, those are the important ones. And then you don't have all your wideouts to throw to get that timing down. You're not throwing a craft, and you're not making checks with the offensive line. They're not hearing you. They're not getting used to everything you're saying to them and not getting on the same page. There's a lot to that. I'm not saying they can't get that down or not get it down, but getting a better rhythm within this next week as they're preparing to go into Detroit week. But there's a lot to be said about getting those reps in against an opponent, right? Like in the joint practices, that's what those things are set up for, is to work those kinks out. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a little concerned about that, more than I would be if he would have gotten all those in, even if the offense wasn't as crisp with him in there with those receivers, but they got the reps in, they watch it on tape, and you correct those things. Not getting them at all, those are lost reps, right? Like that's stuff you want to get in. And then obviously you add the injuries on top of it, guys working back in. Jordan Love's working his way back. Obviously the thumb, I mean, he'll be fine, but he's got to get that thing, rehabbed and strengthened and mobility back and trust again with his left hand, taking snaps, handing off. There's more things to it. The one thing that probably developed even more was the run game, the line and Jacobs and the tight ends, and that probably got a lot of work, and they're probably ready to go, I'd imagine.
Thank you so much, Brian Bulaga. You will hear Brian Bulaga on the Homer Hour coming up here in 4 minutes on ESPN Milwaukee. Homer and Brian will talk Packers and preseason and completion of all that. But Bradley Nortman, welcome back.
It's good to be back, KBN Nation. I missed you. I hope you missed my voice.
Homer, do you like his voice?
We're all going to miss that raspy voice.
Yes, it's great. I don't notice any difference.
You don't
know.
notice.
No, Homer, don't say that. Don't tell me I went through 2.5 weeks. 5 days of silence.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me you hear a difference.
No, I don't.